Two, and one. Hello there. Welcome to the Masterwork Adventures, where we play D&D. And you know what? We're pretty fucking good at it. We can roll dice, and we play characters.
Talk at the same time.
Yes. Yes, we're quite good at talking at the same time.
Roll dice virtually.
Occasionally my camera is level.
So, as you can see, we have our full crew back in action. Just going from our left, we got Kalis and Taryn. Our lovable, slightly unnerving, deer-faced barbarian. So doughy-eyed, it's gorgeous. And then we have our
Literally.
Kingdom Hearts character, Taryn, mostly because of the belts. You got a lot of belts.
There's only like 3. They don't know that yet. Soon.
At the top right, we have playing back to us Asru playing Sparks, the wild magic sorcerer who really lives up to the name. Our sweet little ranger Zelthar, who does not like to be hugged whatsoever. Please do not try it. He has a plus 11 to hit.
That's true. That's a true story.
And lastly, we have Jungum, who does very questionable things with the remains of dead people. So, briefly recapping what happened last week on Dungeon Ball Z. As the party had completed their sort of, we'll call it a mission, at the temple of some unknown deity or otherworldly creature that gave them that was able to give them answers to trials that they were facing. They were split ways with Byong Yang. I'm not gonna. It's Korean. I don't speak Korean. Ethan made the name up. If I murder it, I apologize.
Yon Byong.
Yong Byong. There we go. I wasn't even close. Hey, cut it out.
Didn't work.
As he parted ways with them, once receiving his answer and searching, not searching, but getting ready to enact his plan to stop the eventual invasion coming from the Shadowfell. And before our party could go back along their task and pursue what lines of adventure they chose to, they had one little debt they had to repay. As Jay, son of the, I believe, House Trussell, in exchange for bringing them to the ship in the first place and location where their quest was, he needed their help for a deep-sea expedition filled with things that he really is not qualified to handle on his own. That's around where we stopped last session, as diving deep beneath the sea in Jay's submarine-like vehicle, the party last encountered what appeared to be a crab. However, most crabs aren't the size of buildings or warehouses, which was a cause of a minor amount of alarm. And as you guys brought yourselves up to avoid it, and you guys are staring below at this massive pit that just seems to go endless into the ocean floor below you, that's where we pick up this session. So, Jay kind of looks back over at the group of you. I'm just like, yeah. I mean, things like that, as he kind of points down below.
Wow, that's so big. You tell me these aren't normal?
And he kind of looks at you, waiting for, like, any sort of, like, sarcastic tone in your voice.
I mean, the ocean's pretty big. Things could get pretty big down here. I would imagine. Obviously, they do.
Ooh. To keep as a pet.
No.
No, we're not keeping... Where would we keep it? You can come visit it? No.
What about Kalis?
Kalis, no. You look thoughtful.
You're fully welcome to come get a pet on your time. However, I need your assistance at the moment with something else. If you remember that part.
Just one question. When I made that like intelligence check about its nature last session, can I tell if it was natural? At least to like something like natural with like a Feywild influence, or if it was like just like some weird like other planar creature that is here now.
I'd say it was hard to tell with the 10. I'd say it'd be hard to make an estimation on that. You've heard of Feywild creatures getting that big, but you can't be sure. You can't be for sure that this is one of those. So he kind of looks at you all and says, so two real ways of approaching this. I guess I'd get the group consensus, given that, well, it'll be a group of people. Do you guys want to leave the ship up now, and just swim down, or do you want to see how deep we can go?
Let's not swim.
Yeah, let's see how deep we can go.
Because that was my original notion, but this is not the most inconspicuous vehicle.
We're slower than it, though. It would take a really long time to get down to wherever we're going.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah, we have 3 potions of water breathing per person, right?
They're an hour each? Or how long do they last? Is an hour, I think?
Yes.
I gotta make this coming up, but the map's not visible on the.
Yeah, I was in the process of trying to figure out why that was just now. Thank you.
Wow. Oh, no? What?
Yeah, it's okay. It's just being wacky. I got it. Probably. Maybe.
Oh no, my tab came out and decided it wanted to be its own window. That's why I was. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. All fixed.
So is
safer inside the giant coffin, please.
I'm sorry, say it again?
Inside the
I
giant
feel
coffin?
safer inside the giant coffin.
Please don't call it that.
What coffin?
Please don't call this submarine that.
This ship is extremely safe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Super safe.
Shoot them, please. Stop. Shut up.
Your
I will
words.
cast silence on you.
I'll just dispel the magic. Ooh.
I will cast it again. I have more spell slots than you do.
That's.
She also has a mace, though.
very true.
I have the ability to fly.
There's no. I'm not gonna break that news to him. I'm not gonna break the news to him.
Weird flex,
Also
right?
dodge.
At this moment.
Alrighty.
So, Jay, what is there a specific wreck you're after in this trench, or are we just looking for anything that looks valuable?
According to the records that I had found a while ago, and they're pretty old ones, but they seem to be reliable enough. From some unknown land, some area to the north of here, I'm not exactly sure which. It's possible that it could have been maybe outside Revedia itself, if there's such a place, but there was this group of merchant ships who would come carrying powerful sort of different magical items as well as old artifacts of it's old world civilization type artifact hunting, mostly for my personal collection. And if there's any magical items that you guys could find useful, I'm sure we can arrange something. But basically, if it shines or if it looks very old, it's a safe bet to say that it's something we want to bring with us.
You know, the natural world also holds many treasures, and that crab looks just great in age. you want a big giant crab at your house?
Uh,
I think he was looking for something more shiny, Kalis.
yeah, maybe something that could be sold. I don't have anything against crabs per se, but I'd have to move a lot of stuff to fit them in and also build a new wing to the house, and I've just... It's a large investment.
We're
I don't know, I
looking
was
for
imagining it sort
small,
of
shiny things. Shiny.
I was imagining it sort of stood in your backyard and sort of like hugged the house with the
Shiny.
claws and just could like defend.
Shiny.
I feel
I
like those things a little bit less alive.
Yeah, generally, it's the tend to be a tad bit less dangerous that way. It's just also I have um I have a seafood allergy, so I couldn't be too close around it. I wouldn't want to. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just I think the crab as a whole probably a no go. Maybe another time.
We wouldn't want to take it out of its native habitat, anyways.
Oh, you're right. That is. I always get confused with Feywild if they're here or there or where they're from.
Alrighty. So, with that, he sort of turns around back towards the controls of the ship. He's like, "I guess we'll start. Guess we'll start moving then." And with that, as he takes hands of the control, or he sets his hands of the controls, and you guys begin lurching forward and downwards into the sort of nigh infinite blackness below you.
When did this infinite blackness turn up?
Oh, so basically, so the part that
you described that it was basically Gulliver's Island sort of shit, but you
Okay.
didn't explain
Okay.
where I was.
I apologize. So you're on the ocean floor, right?
Oh,
And he found this really strange area before, which was essentially like this almost massive, like circular hole in the ground. And it just went down and down. And he tried to go into it before, however, the pressure was too much for the ship to withstand, so he had to retreat. He also ran into a tuna that was about half the size of the ship, and he thought that might be a sign that there could be bigger things down here, considering things eat tuna. So that's that's the gist of that part of it. But yeah, the ocean part you're at. Yeah.
what? So if surely if the ship got crushed when it got far, what chance do we as people have of not being crushed?
Oh, you have magic. It's fine. It just works out.
Dislike.
How long did we? How
That's
long was
fair.
it sailing, sinking down in the submersible? From
Uh,
service?
From the surface, let me think. So you guys are probably at the average. I'm trying to. How long would it take to even get that far deep? Because it'd be at about 2.5 miles below the surface where you guys are right now.
Well, it depends on how fast the thing is going.
But it would have taken a bit of time, like probably upwards of like half an hour as you guys kind of slowly cruise towards this section. So you guys have had a bit in your initial travel to get to this section. If there's something you wanted to do in that period, that's what you mean.
No, I was just trying to get like sort of like a time waypoint, sort of.
Oh,
We have a reference point.
let's see. You guys left during the day, if I remember. I think was it early morning when you guys had embarked off the ship, and so at this point, yeah, it'd still be before noon at this point.
Cool.
But yeah, when you're this deep, that whole day and night thing tends to lose meaning fairly quickly.
We're in the midnight zone.
Alrighty. So, let me just. So, is anyone doing anything while you guys are descending, or are you guys just chilling?
Guess.
Other than regretting several life choices, probably nothing.
I'm going to be really worried for Gabriel and my other friends.
Just don't let them out of the ship.
Well, they're not in this ship; they're on the other ship.
Oh, they're fine. They'll be fine.
They're gonna miss me though.
Not unless we see anything out the windows. It's not just like dark water.
Well, some of you guys have dark vision, so you could see, but after a certain point, he kind of shuts the lights off to avoid any attention coming to the ship. So.
Hey, these goggles will come in handy of not getting water in my eyes.
That is very true. So, as he moves forward, and you guys begin diving into the trench, sort of sticking along the wall of it, so you guys have some sort of sense of direction as to where you guys are going, and just sinking further and further down. And about maybe 5 to 10 minutes of the sinking goes by, and it's just this almost oppressive silence, as all you hear is the sounds of the engine humming, making its way towards the back of the ship, and the occasional Gabriel from Jungum.
It's really creepy, just like nothing but like quiet creaks and like kind of like groaning noises around as we go down. That's great to meditate too.
I guess some consider it unnerving, you know.
Mournful meows.
Plaintiffs.
Wow.
How mournful can they be if they're 3 to 4 feet from you?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like you would go and sit away from the giant glass window.
That's fair. That's fair. I can't say I blame you for that. But once again, as you guys begin lowering down further and further, occasionally, sort of, as the few of you who are kind of occasionally peeking out the windows, you do see what seems to be these small sort of hints of light. Just maybe sort of a flash every now and then that kind of moves about. It's hard to say how far away it is. Sometimes it seems maybe, what's it called? Less than 100 feet away or so, and other times the distance reaches to the point where you're barely registering these sort of small blips of like trailing light. And real quick, let me make a stealth check for the ship. Just out of curiosity.
Well, yeah, that bodes well.
What do you guys suppose is out there making those lights?
Water.
I don't think water makes those lights, my friend.
I can believe.
Have you never-
Pressure madness. You're seeing lights. There's nothing there.
Jake kind of.
You're all the way back there. The window's up here.
So are the lights all like moving the same way, or are they like moving in different directions, or like no seeming pattern?
So it's kind of like in the same way. It's sort of like it'll occasionally flash like the small sort of like trailing of lights.
Are they all different colors? Or are they just the same color? Or...
No, they're all this same sort of like almost like cyan type color. As I said, they'll blip on occasion, then they'll sort of go off until they reappear in some other direction. So, further and further, as you guys make your way down, another 10 or 15 minutes go by, and you hear what sort of sounds like this creaking sound coming from the ship. As Jay kind of looks up, just you see him check a few what's it called dials on like the sort of front monitor, or not monitor, it's on a fucking computer. Control panel, panel of the Manta, but sort of gives a sigh. He continues onwards.
What was that?
I was just making sure the changes I made were holding up. We seem to be good so far, though. Nothing
What changes
major.
did you make?
Reinforcements to the hull to make sure I could withstand the pressure of the ocean at this depth. Most things, including people not aided by some sort of magical help, would be sort of turned into mush at this point. You know, kind of like when you ground flour, sort of like a mill.
I'm gonna take a potion.
So, what sort of would the water-breathing potions shield us from the forces of the sea?
That's what he
Yes.
said before.
Yes. In my experiences and those who have survived said situations, the potions, it seems to be an all-encompassing effect. But as I said, we seem to be pretty good so far. So there's really nothing to worry about.
I still take that potion.
Ooh, I'll take one
wouldn't
too.
it be better to take it, once you're going in? Because it only lasts an hour.
No, I
Well,
think
that-
she's taking it in case the ship, crumples in on itself.
I
But-
mean, you'd still have, 6 seconds to chug a potion if it cracked before
That's
the
what
pressure.
reactions are for.
makes me feel safer.
Yeah, and we'll go with that. If we were to be technical, if there were to be a sort of breach or anything like that, if our deaths would happen almost instantaneously, we wouldn't probably even really feel it because the ship would sort of crumple once there was any sort of pressure. So there isn't really much to worry about, I promise you.
So if the ship breaks, then the ship will crumple in on itself. Then the potions won't really matter because we'll be in a ball of.
Yeah, don't shush. Don't worry about the details.
It
And
still makes me feel better, so I'm down to 2.
So, question: how do we? I guess I can do this in correct. Jay, how would we leave the ship if pressure is such a concern? To collect artifacts.
Oh, the airlock will functionally serve us well enough for that. As long as everything is sealed nice and tight. And then we'll be bringing things in and out through there, essentially. And as he's sort of going along, sort of explaining how it works, saying, I have a few, bags for carrying that should be able to come in handy. As well as in anticipation of there being a sort of larger object, he kind of holds up this sort of blue tinge potion, which you can see almost like flames, kind of licking the top of the cork. You familiar with a fire giant? Potion of fire giant strength. It should help us get any large objects out, as long as we do it quickly. And go ahead.
Can we take other potions while we're underwater?
Yeah, I don't see why not. You can kind of drink. It's like you can breathe. You might as well.
Okay.
And as he's saying that, there's this large kind of bang that kind of resonates, throughout the ship. As it kind of stops for a second. It's like checking everything once again. It's like, and it's not until you guys sort of look out the window, as there's just sort of bit of light peeking through the cabin where you guys are all in, where you guys for the first time see what seems to be the very bottom of this seafloor after about 30 minutes or so of kind of diving down.
Okay.
Welp, that's looks pretty good. We found the bottom. Now we just need to find our loot. How does that sound?
Do you have a way of locating it, or do you know where along this trench it is, or do we just sort of need to? Is it everywhere? Like, is it located like in a specific area?
And he's
Localized. That's what I wanted to say. Is it localized anywhere?
It says, well, I do have a handy little spell I can cast. But we'll need to be within a certain range for it to be completely accurate. So it's going to be a bit of skimming along this ocean floor until we truly find it. And with that, he begins sort of weaving the spell. And I think Jungam, you'd recognize it. You think you can cast a spell, and he casts Locate Object. He kind of gives it a second to get a feel for the magic, and he sort of waves his hand, sort of that way, pointing towards like the sort of center left, where you guys seem to be in comparison to the wall that you guys are against. So I guess we kind of have to take the ship now. It'd be pretty shitty if we left it and then couldn't get back. Alrighty. If one of you wouldn't mind keeping a lookout so we can get along with us. Not for the treasure, but for any friends who could be residing down here.
I do like friends.
Oh, not those.
I
Mm.
don't like
Yes, these exact kinds of friends, sir. Not people.
No.
He knows exactly what he means. Oh
The
god.
word friend is not is the never mind. Can you how about
Jay.
can you look out the window?
Yes. Yes,
You
Sparks.
guys are the only
Treasure?
people
What do you
or
mean
human
by
adjacent to
treasure?
Treasure, ancient artifacts, possibly powerful
Gold?
magical.
Shiny? Emeralds?
Maybe, I don't know, but things much more valuable than gems and gold.
No, shiny. Shiny. Shiny.
I think this is the most excited I've ever seen him around water.
That's it definitely has nothing to do with the money becoming involved.
There be shinies.
No, I think he's more interested in the money. Frankly.
Ew, money.
Like, out
Alright.
of character, like, let's not fuck up, guys, because this feels like the bonus round for the last little bit of ocean adventure where we didn't really get anything of material wealth.
I feel like just not fucking up in general would be nice on the ocean
Diamonds?
floor.
No, but just like supermarket sprays.
Shinies.
They'll probably find some sort of shinies around here. I mean,
Can you promise shinies?
I can't even promise our survival. I cannot promise you shinies.
Box begins twitching.
Begins.
He's now visibly sort of twitching in the corner.
I'm gonna keep a lookout since someone else is
Yeah,
volunteered.
I am also looking out the window.
I'm probably not the best to do this, but I'm gonna keep a lookout anyways.
Alright, both of you give me perception checks.
The blind human cannot see out of the window.
She's got the goggles. She can see in the
Don't
dark.
ask me, my perception and proficiency is extinct.
Did you see
I've
the
reader dark vision.
underwater ambient music that Zelhar shared?
Oh,
Yeah.
alright.
Perception roll.
Perception. Oh no.
Alright.
Okay, it's fat 17.
Okay, if we're still going during the
Fatty.
break, then I'll figure out how to play it, because currently I cannot, because I don't know quite how to play it through Roll20 or through Discord.
gonna play
And
it?
after break, if we're still doing this, because I gotta figure it out real quick.
That's so cool.
Alrighty. What do we got? Oh. Okay, 12 out of 5. It could be worse.
Wait, 12, 17.
I mean, okay, well, it's a 12 plus 5. That's what I meant.
She rolled a 12 and it's plus 1.
So, as you guys begin lurking towards the sort of sense of direction Jay's been getting along this ocean floor, once again, as the sort of intrusively eerie silence is sort of filling the cabin, Jungam, you're sort of staring out the right side, towards a sort of larger, massive ocean, trying to just see what tickles your fancy. Taryn, you watching the left. Both of you sort of trying to be aware of any sort of dangers or anything that could pose a threat to the ship. Then Jungam, as you're kind of observing, about on the right side, about 70 feet out, to your guys' northeast. Hey, that is the right direction. Assuming you guys are going north. You see what seems to be this sort of large, like bulbous light, as a sort of, kind of almost like a torchlight lit up at the bottom of the sea, as it's just sort of kind of waving in the water back and forth.
There's like a lantern out there.
Ooh.
I'm gonna tell Jay.
Shine?
Hey Jay! Hey
Yeah.
Jay!
Hey, yes. Oh, fucking.
About 70 meters that way, there's like a lantern out there.
A lantern.
But I'm confused because
Lantern.
fire don't light in the ocean, do they?
Magic
Well-
fire?
Well, they technically can, but not that there isn't much sense for there to be one. As he kind of slowly brings the ship to a halt.
Yeah, I feel like it's.
So we're along the ocean floor right now?
Yes,
Okay.
at the bottom of this pit. As he sort of looks at it, I've kind of look at that. That's sort of huge. He kind of looks at it. Can you? It's not some magical
should-
mumbo jumbo, I think.
You should go out and check it out.
Maybe. I don't know. Is there...
Would not not trademarked Tolkienian character. Would Gnarlheart have told me about any sort of life like this that I remember?
In Gnarlheart's infinite wisdom, sea life was not where the Ent found a large amount of his. We can check it out. I don't get the feeling from that direction, but if you guys think it's worth checking out, we can stop for a moment, as long as it's quick.
Does it look like it's coming any closer, or is it just sort of going back and forth?
The light itself is just kind of bobbing there. Just kind of drifting back and forth in the water.
I feel like we should get what we're here for first, and then maybe if it's still here on the way back, we can check it out. I don't want to get too sidetracked because I don't know how long this ship is gonna last.
Well, we don't know where anything is, though. We're just searching, aren't we?
I have a basic direction, and that's a little bit off course, but it could be looked at if you think it's worth something.
Do you think it could be shiny?
I mean, it is shiny,
Uh,
but I don't know if it's the kind of shiny you're talking about.
I need the shiny, please.
Well, at least for the sake of the argument, when I cast locate object, I search for artifacts, and there could be treasure there, but it's not exactly artifacts or things like that.
Don't care about artifacts. I want the shiny. Can you cast locate object on coin? On emerald? On diamond? Shiny?
Coins aren't particularly, possibly,
On gold?
but maybe after we find what we were originally looking for.
We are paying back a debt.
Need shiny.
Is he okay?
No.
Not really.
Are any of us okay when it comes down to it?
I feel kind of good about myself.
I feel good about myself too.
I'm doing kind of good, and that's all that matters.
He's making me slightly uncomfortable. Let's continue onwards, I guess.
I mean, if it's still here on our way back, maybe we can just check it out. But I feel like we should get
We
the
could take
artifacts.
shiny now. Shiny is good.
Yes, let's continue searching for the human wreck that's, I'm sure, much more likely to have various shiny objects on
Oh yes, human.
Is human wreck shiny?
Well, yeah, there was
it.
dwarven
You're all
like,
humans, you know.
humanoid.
Oh yeah.
I'm not human.
Look, there's
I have
there's
fur.
animals and there's humans. All right.
I,
And, you
I'm
know.
closer
Well,
to
wait. Then what is he? And he points towards Sparks. Wait, what are
Well, I
you?
mean, clearly, we're a little bit closer to the animal side of things.
So but this is not the time for this.
Shiny.
Have you seen me? He says with his weird deer snout.
Yes, that's why he asked the whole human slash and you made it sound a little bit black and white, and he's a tad bit confused as to what you mean.
Because just for context, guys, like human face flat, right? Deer face like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have a muzzle. We're
You guys,
It comes at you. You know, it's 3D.
oh god, so it wasn't the glasses. So, as you guys are skimming your way along the bottom, occasionally avoiding the Actually, no, the seafloor is actually fairly smooth once you get down here, but occasionally your guys' wake, sort of bringing up a little bit of silt behind you, but not leaving sort of this massive trail. Eventually, he sort of see him. It's close, less than 1,000 feet, and he sort of points through the darkness. As he begins making his way a little bit closer, it's right in front of us if we want to risk turning on a light for it.
Nah,
Would
I don't
you
think we
like
have
us to go in the airlock and look with our night vision?
Well, I figured we, could all go, but you know what? That sounds like a fairly decent plan. It's best we all go. I know what I'm looking for down there, and I
Shiny.
don't.
Shiny.
do we have like smaller lights rather than like big ones on the side of the?
Just do his eyes shiny.
He says, I have something that could sort of help as, what's it called? As he makes his way, kind of off the controls and going up to his sort of, cabin. Coming down with this, not large, about medium-sized wooden crate. And he says, I had these, fashioned for personal use, when I realized that I couldn't see in the dark. And it's sort of this almost chest strap like device with this sort of a headlamp with this what seems to be a fire burning. Excuse me.
Hmm.
It's
Iron Man stamp.
it's a continual flame. It'll stay lit as long as this magic isn't dispelled. It's fashioned after a hooded lantern, so the light can be directed and closed as well. It should. It's been served me well so far. I haven't had to use it in a situation like this exactly, but I've explored other shipwrecks with these.
That's
This is-
so
I-
cool. I want to play with the light. Light on, light off. Light on, light off.
Yes.
Let's do this, guys. I'm ready.
All right. So there's one for there's I have one for myself, of course, and there's two for whichever one of you would like or would feel like you'd be better with a light.
Me, please.
Well, that's one.
Here you go, Tyrion. As I hand the one I was holding.
Thank you. Put it on. However, it's put on. I don't know.
It's sort of simple. It's almost like putting on like
Taran
Yeah,
should have
kinda.
two. She is extra blind.
We talked about it last session, but I was sort of offering the water-breathing hat up to anyone who to anyone who like needed to cast spells, with air and stuff, and it creates like a bubble of air.
I think we said
Because like sparks are here this session.
Yeah, I think sparks.
I mean, you can still
Yeah.
cast magic when you've got water breathing.
Well, yeah, but if you have cap, then you don't need to take the water breathing, and we can
Mhm.
divvy up your 3 potions, the rest of us.
Right.
I feel like I have full attunement slots. I could be wrong. Is water breathing cap attunement or not?
No,
What was it again?
Well,
it was
then,
not.
Sure, why not? Give the kitty cat the ability to, not get his head wet.
Sorry, I just imagine like a cat just wet from like the neck down.
Like real skinny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, you haven't seen a weird one like that until you've bathed the Maine Coon.
He's gonna be very unsatisfied when he gets out of that water. Oh boy.
Talk about a wet rat.
So,
Caleb, Caleb's like just like strips down. What? Wait, no. Wait, what do I even have? Sure, let's just say for the sake of comedy that Caleb just sort of strips down to a speedo and sort of like doing swimmer stretches. Why wouldn't I have that?
I'm never gonna get like a minotaur equivalent, like a deer equivalent minotaur, like just doing these casual things. It's just never gonna click in my head naturally. I swear.
Like as he like bends down to like stretch diagonally down to his left, like his antlers like clank.
The glass. Just okay.
Anyway.
I mean, I'm not gonna take any of my weapons off. I want to keep those. I'm not gonna do that. I'll just get wet.
Oh yeah, still got weapons. I'm just like trying to reduce frag.
He needs to be more. He needs to be an aerodynamic swimmer.
You're covered in fur. Never mind.
You two should take harpoons so you can swing stuff.
What? I got a question. Why did the accent come back, Sparks?
I don't know.
Okay.
Shiny.
8,000 leagues under the sea. Accent activated.
I think it's a.
At a certain pressure.
Certain pressure.
Sometimes mental, sometimes physical.
Maybe I play multiple characters and voice changes because I could feel.
Well, you see, my fur is sort of. Have you ever heard of the noble otter? See, its fur forms a seal.
Oh yes.
Continues.
Yes.
Don't have oils in their fur that make them.
They taste so very, very nice when you cook them.
Mmm.
I don't even know how to respond to those statements. I find them kind of confusing. Yes, A-Rod, this is a beach fan service episode at the bottom of the ocean. Because we got this, so I got the sand, but I put it in the wrong place. That's all.
We don't know how oceans work at this extreme. We never go to the top of them, only the bottom.
It's either no ocean or all of the ocean.
Alrighty. So,
Ocean's that big blue thing in the sky, right?
Kind of. It's like that's the anti-ocean.
The reason why the sky is that color, actually.
As you see, what's it called, Jay kind of pulling up his sleeves and tinkering with these sort of mechanisms he has latched onto his arms. He sort of looks at you all, downs one of the potions at his belt and says, I guess we should go.
Yes, let's go find the shiny.
I am right behind Jay.
Alright, and as he leads the way, you all entering the airlock as he waits for you all and seals it behind you. Looking up towards this sort of large shelf. There's this sort of group of these small pouches, and he kind of swipes them all off and hands one to each of you. Should be fairly straightforward. It's what a bag of holding is. Try not to let too much water in, or put too much water in. I don't think you can really let too much water in. And don't put any of the bags in the bags. In case you forgot. If it looks shiny or very old, feel free to pick it up. The bags can hold about 600 pounds each.
500.
It is supermarket sweep.
I don't know what you're talking about. So, with that, as presumably everyone takes their potions if they like living,
Yes.
and one and magical bubble. Eventually, the airlock is sealed as the sort of ship starts to open up from underneath you, giving you guys enough space to move out of it, and you guys are out on the open sea floor.
Oh, I went from feeling kind of claustrophobic
Splash,
to
splash.
whatever the atmosphere that is, but also still claustrophobic.
Yeah, I figured either way, it's highly unpleasant.
I ready my shovel.
At least I blend in because it's all black and like, yeah.
Sorry, is Jay with us or not?
Oh, Jay is with you. Yes.
Okay, so no one's in ship. Good.
I wanna swim stealthily. So
You're at the bottom, so I can just literally just walk on the floor, right?
You technically, you could. It's probably not the best way. Generally, walking on water is reserved for very few clerics. But you can give it a try.
It's also probably faster to swim anyway. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Would the pressure weigh us down, or would the pressure make us even more buoyant?
Well, at this depth, you're not buoyant at all anymore. But you lose buoyancy after a certain depth.
Oh, okay. So
Or at least
we can walk
do.
on the ground.
I mean, you can, but yeah, sure. Matt, you're on the moon. You're on the moon.
You know that I cannot swim. All right.
I know you.
Ring of water walking. Does that allow me to just walk?
Do you want to use water walking?
Because it doesn't help you to rise. It would just,
Well, that's what the spell does.
Yeah, the ring of water walking. It was based on the spell.
Just Sparks just gets out of the submarine and goes.
While wearing this ring, you can stand and move across any liquid surface as if it were solid ground.
yeah, this doesn't count. We're in the liquid.
Yeah,
okay.
But if you're at the very bottom, if you think about it, that's a watery surface.
I mean, it's
going into the sand. It's just the opposite side of the watery surface than you used to.
But you're not on the water surface. You're on the ground that's underneath.
Yeah. But the water is a surface to the ground.
It says you can stand on and move across. You're in the water, not on the water in this instance.
Yeah, I mean, if I used it while underwater, I wouldn't be able to get out of the water because it would be solid.
No. You're not. No. Oh, that'd be. Can you imagine? That'd be such a terrible way to die or something in a D&D game. You get trapped at the bottom of the ocean. You finally escape the shipwreck. You're just frozen. That'd be terrible. Anywho. That's not happening. Haha.
Said that. I don't like that you said that.
It's just food for thought. That's all. He's safe.
To be fair, water walking is not the clearest of effects when it comes to 3 dimensions.
Yeah, because you can imagine just walking vertically upwards, towards the top, if that were the case.
Why did Jesus have to make this so difficult for fantasy writers?
I don't know, man.
Stupid.
So, eventually, as you guys find yourselves making your way forward, kind of closely following along Jay, trying to stick in at least your immediate vicinity. The hooded lantern can provide a light of. Let me check exactly. How far out does it go? It casts bright light in the 30-foot radius. Okay, so it's around 60 feet. What's it called? Ahead of you, in like this sort of conal shape. For those of you who are using them, and as you guys are sort of, some of you swimming, some of you sort of bounding up along the floor of the sea. Eventually, you see the first possible remnants of the shipwreck. As sort of ahead of you, about 50 feet, you see what seems to be stuck to the bottom, sort of these like petrified planks of wood, waterlogged, and seem to be preserved strangely well, um, given the conditions. And as you guys move even further along, eventually you see what must be the remains of the ship itself.
What's it look like? Does it look like a ship that would be on the surface of the ocean, or does it look more like the sort of ship that we're in?
Well, you will see in just one moment.
Oh.
That means nothing's going to go wrong here.
Dun dun dun.
Is the grid on? Hello? Why y'all so big?
I don't know. We can't see any.
Yeah, I know. I'm
How dare.
I'm trying to resize Kalis, but he's fuck. Okay. Well, I'll just show.
Large.
Swole.
I'm built different and it's incorrectly. Okay. As you guys find your. Oh shit. Okay, I see what the problem is, guys. I apologize. I was on the map layer. So yeah, let me fix that real quick.
Oh, it was a boat.
No.
Well, it's a ship. No.
Well, it is. It is. What you're saying.
Yeah, no. But I'm talking about a boat as opposed to a submarine boat.
Yeah.
Sailing boat.
I mean, our big ship is a rowboat, so you know.
Mm-hmm.
What?
True.
With apparently just a woman we killed on it.
Who's the one we killed?
I'm just making a joke about the Roll20 map art.
Alrighty, there we go. Can
Oh,
can you all see things fine? We just
Yeah.
need to
Yeah.
throw
Again, yes.
J in there.
We got tiny. Oh, no. Tabs, go away. There we are.
I'm scared.
Alright, I'll add J's token in a second. But as you guys sort of come over this sort of ridge over here, you see most of the remnants, at least in your line of vision, of this sort of massive shipwreck. Jay sort of says, "Okay, well, chances are everything we're looking for is going to be scattered all about this place. I'm going to make myself, or at least I myself am going to make my way towards the main part of the ship." As he kind of points ahead to the darkness, would in that direction. I don't know if you guys want to split up or stay together, but
Does Jay
part.
have a token?
Yeah, I was just scrolling in the Roll20 to try and find where his token was actually, because it's been a while since.
You won't feel fear anymore.
Yes, I also won't feel anything anymore, and I like feeling things.
What's wrong with you?
It's a very interesting take. However, that is not what I want to hear at the bottom of the ocean. Thank you. Alrighty. So, with that, you guys have a sort of semi-free reign to move about this area you see ahead of you as Jay begins pushing onwards, initially going towards this sort of section of ship himself. And as you guys start getting into this close to this area, something strange becomes apparent. It seems that gathered here are more than one shipwreck, as it seems there's been a few who have found their way to this sort of bottom section of this pit.
Oh no.
I would like to go to whatever ship is nearest that has captain's quarters and check out the captain's quarters.
Let's see. It'd probably be that. Oh, it'd be that one right there, up in the very top right, or this one right here would as well, actually, because this is the. No, that's the back of the ship. Wait,
Sparks is
front.
just going to take this opportunity to cast Mage Armor just in case. Now that we're off the ship.
So, like, is that hole like an actual feature of this setting, or is that just like part of the map?
No, it seems to be an actual sort of hole going deeper into the ground.
Oh, goody.
As Jungim, you begin approaching sort of that section of the ship. Are you want to go ahead and give me an investigation check? Are you searching that area now, or are you just searching around in general?
Yeah, I want to go inside.
Okay.
I'll look for treasure like we were told to do.
All right. Give me an investigation
Good.
check.
I like to look for the shiny things as well.
If you're doing it with her, then you guys can both do it.
Oof.
Considering that you rolled terribly, I will also roll. Investigation.
Oh,
I am looking for
Yeah.
the shiny stuff.
Nice.
I want to roll stealthily.
Oh yes, go ahead and roll your stealth. I'm sorry, I forgot about that earlier.
It's okay. It's fine. I feel like approaching my section of the ship is probably where I would want to get a little bit more stealthy, so I can move a little bit more.
you might want to turn the flashlight off.
Perfect bait. We'll never see Taran again.
Alrighty.
No, I will turn the flash off and go stealthily.
So, as you two begin moving downwards, searching throughout this captain's quarters, you see what's it called? Sparks, you specifically, quite a few things of note. The first of which, in this sort of collapsed section, is this sort of beautifully carved statue of what looks to be some sort of religious or holy figure. It seems to be absolutely gilded in gold, and the hands of which you see on the knuckles lie these various ornate gems. As the figure sort of just standing across, or not. I don't mean to sound like a massive statue, but it's pretty big. It's about a foot tall. With sort of hands crossed on knuckles, these various jewels and other things like that, just sort of staring ahead at you.
Fox is happy.
Yeah.
Do I see anything else before I go? Well, Sparks goes straight for the shiny.
There. Okay. Yeah. No. You with natural 20 plus 4. Yeah, you do. You see a few other things. You see next to those carved sets of figures, beautifully ornate, made of one made of bronze. This amazingly carved griffin. This sort of looks to be a large fly made of this sort of deep black material. These sets of two goats, seemingly made of ivory, sort of standing opposed to each other, butting heads. And the last of which is the largest statue, not counting the big statue you find of these carved figurines, about 6 inches tall, is this elephant made of sculpted marble.
Elephant made of sculpted marble.
Yes.
Is it a chess set? That'd be pretty
How
cool.
big are these things?
They're mostly around knickknack size. The majority of them being around the size of your fist. Some of them, like the fly, a little bit smaller, and the elephant one being a tad bit bigger.
I presume I can all shove this inside of my bag of holding.
Oh yeah, of course.
So Sparks will shove most of the items inside the bag of holding, and then stare at the jewels.
And yeah, Jungam, it's really hard for you not to see the fucking jewels as well, if I'm being honest. Sparks has been in trance for the past 15 seconds, and you're afraid it might be magical.
Wait, is it magical? I'm actually asking. Was that the...
That was a joke. It was a joke. But hey, it's Sparks. Who knows?
Can I look at one?
Look at what the big statue.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't actually carry it, can I?
Looks pretty fucking heavy.
Sparks will pull out his what's it called? His tools and try to start prying jewels from the statue.
The statue's also gilded, you know.
Yeah, it's.
He's gonna fucking try. He's not gonna be like, "Oh, let's leave the statue behind." It is the thing that he's been looking for.
No, but it'll be worth more if it's not damaged.
Yeah, just tip it into a bag.
No, it's too big for that, though, isn't it?
No.
Okay, no, the way you described it made it sound like I couldn't move it.
Oh, no. It's heavy, but you could still fit it in the bag.
Oh.
But it would...
Can I help him put it in its bag?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm going to help you put it in your bag.
You know,
you help, Sparks? I'll help you. Hold your bag open, please.
I do that. I mean, the thing that I was doing with Sparks is that he doesn't necessarily want the money, he just likes them because they're shiny.
You know, because the bag is a void and the ocean is so densely pressurized, I'm sure everything would get sucked into the bag like a vacuum almost. Right?
As soon as it went past the the lip, it would start sucking, I would imagine, like a vacuum.
I'm just gonna go with that because I like the idea.
Hoover it up.
If you put your hand in there, you're a little bit buggered at this pressure.
Just. I mean, that's why you have to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and that'd be about the majority of the things you find in this sort of section of the ship. It seems whatever at least was purely there doesn't seem to be any massive coinage in this section, but definitely things of value. Alrighty.
More shinies, you say?
Let's see. Kalis, what are you up to?
Taryn, were you doing something first?
I don't care what order we're going. Yeah, I was just going to check out the captain's quarters on this half of the ship over here.
Okay. Go ahead and give me.
In addition to the artifact stuff, I also want to see if there's, because the wood is really preserved that you said before. I want to see if there's any captain's logs that are also kind of still intact, and anything any cool astrolabes or sextants or something like that, that are kind of old and neat and not necessarily valuable, but just sort of a keepsake, because it's from the fucking ocean. I want to keep something neat looking.
Fair enough.
I want to see if thing that is a log of what happened, because there's so many different wrecks here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in addition to all the other stuff. So, estimation.
Indeed.
Please don't be shitty.
Hey.
Not so shitty.
I saw that on the dice. It was a 3 for so long.
I got a little anxious. I'm not gonna lie. So as you kind of bring yourself up to this section of the ship, there are a few things you do note. Outside of the captain's quarters itself, seemingly on this section of the ship, at least as you sort of kind of catching your eye below decks, is the cannons on the ship are not like any you've particularly seen before. As most cannons made of iron would tend to rust, ocean, this long, all those other things, seem to be in this almost perfectly preserved condition. and still what's it called, like gleaming just at the slightest beam of light from your lantern touching them. But as you make your way towards the captain's quarters, there are a few things of note. Do you have a question you're gonna want to ask first?
Yeah, I do. I
Go
do.
ahead.
You said the cannons don't look like any I've ever seen before. Or is like the actual design of them different, or is it just the fact that I expect them to be super fucking rusty and they're not?
Not only the fact that it's sort of missing any signs of rust, but the design is quite strange as well. Where the sort of back end where you would generally load gunpowder and the cannonball into it is almost comically like wider than those on any other previous ship you can see. Almost kind of looking like a gourd, with a very narrow tip to it.
Okay. Do they look like they're also still made from iron or from a different material? I'm sorry.
They look like they don't. They look like they're made from a different material. You probably have to. You could get closer to investigate to find out, but it's hard to tell. Kind of standing a bit away from it.
I'm gonna look for other stuff first before I peer more closely at those cannons.
All right.
Yeah.
So, as you find yourself searching through the captain's quarters, of course, looking for relics and all that jazz, but
Yeah.
there are things in here you're more interested in. And the first of which you would immediately notice is kind of sitting at the side of the captain's desk, fallen over. After whatever had tussled this ship long ago, is you see definitely what resembles an astrolabe. This sort of beautifully and ornately carved, definitely had more than just functional uses for it. And this is also made of some sort of kind of strange and unfamiliar. It is definitely not immaterial. What's it called? Object. And the other things you'd find of note is the first of which being this sort of large jewelry chest. Made of what's it called? This one made of simple iron, which has not fared as well under the conditions of the sea, but it still managed to hold itself together to some capacity, if barely at all. At least enough to hold the belongings inside without them all spilling out. And looking inside of it, you see bundles of rings and necklaces and sort of sets of beads and other just various amounts of what's it called? Jewelry. Yeah. Some of which looking to have some sort of strange carvings, some of them seemingly to have some sort of arcane purposes, maybe, but none you're too familiar with just off a glance. There definitely seems there's some magical objects in there. And the last of which is, you would just barely notice this, because you got a 20, is actually on the actual, what's it called? Sort of bottom right side, because the right is a sort of like presentation area. There's a sealed area where there's at some point it seems to have needed to take a key to open. And as you go to it, seemingly rather important, it's sealed shut by some strange force. As you sort of kind of try to get some leverage, putting your feet against the side of the boat to try and yank it open, it seems to be unrelenting in its desire to remain stationary.
Is it like part of the ship, like a door?
Uh,
Top door,
it's like part of like a sort of small cabinet built in to the that side of the ship itself. The drawer itself, at least the front of it, seems to be made out of wood, but the handle itself or at one point, is made out of iron. And definitely,
Oh, your wild magic sorcerer with knock as a spell.
Wait, you say you have dispel?
I've got knock, which allows me to open stuff.
Oh, nice.
Locked.
Well, it's not like locked with a lock.
Yeah, no, but magically sealed. That's what it
Oh,
says.
okay, gotcha.
You see, Elijah pulled this shit on us before, so I was like, well, I gotta pick this up now.
A good call. Is there anything like drawers on the desk? Like the captain's quarters must have a desk for him to write all of his shit on. Is there any drawers? Will they open? I want to just open everything.
Opening up everything, it appears that most like the actual paper materials at this point are pretty much illegible or useless at this point. Looking at it, the language seems vaguely familiar. You don't speak it, but you've seen Draconic before, and there are several passages in it in that, but that's all.
Okay.
But you don't see among those. You don't see anything directly like looking like what you would imagine a captain's log is. It appears to not be in these desk drawers.
Probably in the locked drawer if there is one. All right, I'm gonna scoop all that jewelry into the bag of holding and go and find Sparks. Be like, hey, magic friend, I got a magic problem for you to magically solve.
Well, shinies?
Maybe it's locked. I don't know.
I can do shinies. I look forward to trying to open this chest or whatever it is, and I just wild magic search.
Ooh.
Alrighty. Well, we do that. Zelthar and Kalis, what are you guys up to?
Just one question, Sparks. Are you turning into Morgana?
Oh my.
Treasure. Meow. Anyway, you've come here to see my impressions of cats.
Yes, you should sub for it. I'd be very grateful.
Did you want to go first, Seltha, or?
Oh, sure. I wanted to see if I could see if the boats kind of have elvish architecture, or if I can notice the type of wood that these ships have.
Okay, give me a history check.
Okay. Gotta pull up my character sheet. Taking forever. Is that it? There we go.
Ooh,
Oh.
that's like one. Jesus,
Wood.
it's a boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're familiar with Elvish architecture. Ships. You grew up in like the middle of the forest, so like you know there were some people you saw the occasional sort of trading ship in human towns as you were making your way to what's it called, Revedia, but you've never seen anything like these or many kinds of ships in general.
Okay.
But you're welcome to search you anything or do anything else if you'd like.
Yeah, I'd like to search for shinies.
Alrighty. So yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation check for that. You are in that front. Oh yeah, that's actually pretty
That's way
good.
better. Yay.
So, you up here, you find what's it called? You also find a number of things. The first of which being what seems to be some sort of also religious type figure. As sort of up on the wall is this sort of a metal pressed what's the word? Not painting. What is that called when things are like? Anyways, but sort of
Etching?
yes, this
Yeah.
etched metal set of panels, right? And as it stretches across this sort of side of the ship, seemingly for decorative purposes, it displays the visage of this absolutely massive creature. What seems to be the head, or like this sort of large 5-headed dragon. that's sort of all
Uh-oh.
displayed. And you'd be able to sort of take these down and put them into the bag if you wanted to.
Okay, I definitely will do that.
But yeah,
I'll
they're
vacuum it.
just whip. Along with that, let's see, you got a 17. What's that? What's that? That's section A. That's section D. Okay. At the very what's it called bottom, this seems to have been where they kept some sort of supplies, is you see what seems to be a crate of various potions and elixirs. About half the box is cracked, but from what you can see from the slight glowings of some of these bottles, there's still about 5 or 6 in there that seem to be still intact after all this time. Not sure what they are, of course, but free stuff is free stuff.
Right.
Okay. Is anything else you'd like to do real quick before we check over to Kalis?
No, that's it.
Alrighty. So,
I would like to sort of search through the seagrass surrounding the shipwreck rather than through the actual vessels itself,
Okay.
in the hopes of not having to roll straight investigation and make use of my skills.
Go ahead and give me a survival or perception check, whatever Kalis is doing. Are you searching for loot, or are you just searching in general for anything of interest?
Yeah, basically, I'm just looking for like anything that might have gotten cast from the ship or drifted out after the wreck, that would be concealed by the seagrass.
Okay, I got you.
But if I can roll for survival, that'd be wonderful.
Okay, you chose.
It's only a 13.
It's okay. You chose a very good place to look, so it works out. As you what's it called? Find yourself kind of searching through, pushing away through the various what seems to be seagrasses, which is strange considering, you know, plants usually
Right,
need
yeah,
light,
right.
photosynthesis, that sort of thing. Um, but alas, there's none down here. The more you examine it, it seems to be more of like from what you've seen before, like a fungus-like structure. Sort of like
Hmm.
what seems to be extremely like long strands of like moss, of like this mopsy substance. And as you find yourself pushing through, and kind of digging through the silt around you, you do 2 things of note. Uh, as you kind of move a little bit, you see what seems to be this long, sort of massive, like, what's it called, strip of white along the ground. And as you sort of follow it a little bit, it seems to be at least going quite a bit further beyond this little stretch of gas, this giant bone of some sort. And the second of which, looks sort of almost trivial, perhaps. And it's just this sort of lightly glowing, what's it called? With different colors on each side. It's just this sort of box, maybe about the size of what's it called, a fist, if that. Well, you got big fucking fists, so probably less than that. But
It would fit in the palm of your hand, right?
oh yeah, it could fit in the palm of your hand. Um, but this 6-sided cube, each side holding some various different colors. You see on one, it's this very vibrant red. On the other, it's this sort of lightish blue. On one side, it's rather strange. It seems to be, as opposed to colors, like gears twisting and turning on the surface of it. It seems to be very strange. Nothing like you've really seen before.
Sorry, and that was like on the bone or something?
That was sort of buried in the silt. It seems to have been displaced at some point.
Okay.
What are the other colors? Red, light blue.
Um,
Gears.
Colored gears.
let me. Okay, I can actually do that for you real quick. I just need to zoom in on this. fuck, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Enhance.
I'm doing my best NCIS impression.
Wait, there's music?
Is there music?
Zoomies?
Oh, you mean the one in the...
Yeah, that dark underwater ambient. It's on point.
It's actually not a bad idea.
Alrighty. You see one side giving off this sort of like yellowish, like heavenly glow. Another what's it called? Yeah, that's 4 sides. The 5th side seems to be this swirling mass of like chaotic black and purple. And the last side, number 6. Let's see. I believe that last one is. That would be the ash gray side.
Ash gray.
Yes.
Okay.
We're
I
not-
watched The Dragon Prince, so I know this is important.
I have not, but now I feel like it's even more important.
Right. I'll pocket that. Can I? Or well, yeah, I'll put it in the bag. Can I look at the bone? Like what's the deal with that?
Okay, so as you kind of make your way with 13 survival, at least from what you can see, it seems to be like maybe stretching from, let me draw it out, about there to there. It seems to be about half of a rib bone, but you're not, the other half seems to be buried in the silt, in this direction.
Right. Okay. Well, I guess if it's non-bespoke, I'll go back to check it, just watch what everyone else is doing, I guess.
Alrighty. At this point, as Jay sort of finishes rummaging and joins you in the grass, Jung M, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception, I believe it's 18.
And Zelthar, what is yours?
Yeah.
I believe you two have the highest.
Oh no, I lied. I have 15. My other character has 18.
I have 16.
16? Okay. So,
I have 12.
as you guys, begin, or as you guys are kind of going about your business, both of you feel this sort of, almost like, this sort of swishing in the water. Like the feel of like a slight current is something, moving by. And as you guys, look up, maybe about 80 or so feet directly above you, you see those sort of, that sort of trail of faint flashing blue lights.
Can I make out what it is? Or
Um,
attempt to?
I'd say you would definitely have to get closer because it's outside the range of your dark vision. You're just using the lights that there is.
Oh, I'm not doing that. I'm going to show sparks and like, ooh, flashing lights.
My dark vision's the same as yours.
Yeah, but you didn't notice it. Now I'm calling tears.
I have my shinies, thank you. I don't need to go to the shinies up there. Does the boats, do they look like they have been slightly smashed apart on the ground by something down here, or do they look like this is where they is there more damage than there should be, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, you got a 24-hour investigation. I'll fucking give it to you. So looking at them, it seems like whatever caused them to sink wasn't them being like destroyed or damaged, but something did fuck them up. Like looking at the way like just the wood has been shattered along these various points and chunks have been removed and taken out, It appears something took apart these ships at some point.
While they were on down here. Would I be able to put two and two together and presume whatever smashed up these ships is probably swimming above our heads?
You could
These
put
shiny lights.
you can
Two
two,
and two make three.
you could put two and two together, but there's several ways to get to four. But that might be one of them.
Is that the expression?
Yeah, there's more than one way to get to 4. 3 plus 1, 0 plus 4, 2 times
there's two
2.
ways. There's exactly
No, there's
0
three.
plus 4.
0
That's
4 times 1.
All right.
10 plus
All right.
-6. There's quite a few ways to do it.
Okay, Mr. Negative numbers.
It's an expression, that's all. I don't think I might have made it up. I don't know. But yeah, I think with that little note, that's where we'll hop off to a quick little 5-minute break because I would like to run to the bathroom and also get some unsettling ambient music set up for the stream and for the players. Cool. So with that, if it helps, A-Rod, we've been live for an hour and 45 minutes because we don't... Wait, why the fuck does Nightbot not... Okay, we'll get into that later. We'll be right back.
God. That very, very
2, and 1. Hello. Welcome back to Masterwork Adventures. You're watching the Tales of Revedia, and the party may be facing a slight dilemma. Or not. I don't know. I don't run the game. I'm just kind of a spectator here. As where we last left off, the party was sort of scavenging through the remains of these ships, looking for anything of value to help Jay, as he had requested, when two members of the party saw these strange blinking lights sort of floating above you all. But yes, Jungam informed Sparks of it, but I think now you guys are just chilling, so jumping right back into the action.
Maybe we should open that thing that Taran found and then leave. Leaving is good. I have my shinies. I'm happy. We should go get some more shinies and then we should just go. We should just go.
How much time has passed? BTW.
There's not skeletons down here, please. Come on.
Come on. Say it again, Taryn.
How much time has passed?
Since you guys have been took your potions and have been searching, going through everything, probably. Oh, you guys had to get here. Probably about 20 minutes.
All right, I have to take my other potion then. I guess probably around just before now, ish, because I took one earlier before we got to the place.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could just explode. You have options.
Well, it'd be more like an implosion. You'd kind of just be standing there, and then you'd scrunch up.
Yeah, it's like
I have Taran's stuff if she does that.
It's like you're braiding your hair, but
what's
your
left?
whole body at the same time.
Yeah, well, space you explode, pressure you implode. You get, not implode, but get crushed.
But either way, there's not much left of you.
I feel like Taran is definitely the person who would have a will and testament.
A what?
A will and testament.
Oh, maybe. I am yeah. As the only human, I leave you all nothing.
As the only responsible adult in the entirety of the party who has any experience with civilization, normal civilization.
That's pretty bad.
I'm not sure your long elven
I have
lifespans.
experience with civilization. It's just not good. Or
yeah, it's
No one's
Back
is.
to his skeletons.
I have more than Jagun and Kalis. It's not
technically
really
not more than Jagun.
I mean, I feel like I do. Well, I mean, I have more sense than Jagun.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna argue. Anyways,
Time with McKellen.
I mean, you have varying, it's like uneven stats. Like your wisdom is higher, her int is higher. Like this and that and everything.
I plead the fifth. That's all I have to say. I know my rights. So, yeah, you do see, now that you find yourself looking, you do see what seems to be a few skeletal remains kind of left over in some of these ships, but it's rather sparse from what you can tell. In the entirety of what seemed to be at least a section of decently sized and probably fairly heavily manned ship, you only find 4 corpses, or 4 leftover corpses.
Corpses. Why did you have to do this?
I really put all of them in my personal bag of holding, not the one Jay gave me, but my personal.
No,
Thank you.
You're just gonna disintegrate, dude.
As well.
Mm-hmm. So,
Excellent.
alrighty, train of thought.
So I imagine word hasn't really gotten to me yet. So while this is all going on, for the record, I'm gonna swim into the big hole and see what's there.
Okay.
I'm still fetching.
Yeah, I'm gonna not mention it to Taran immediately, possibly to Zelthar, and go, you know what, yeah, go and check out the shiny thing that you spoke of.
So wait, Sparks, what are you doing while he's doing this? Say it again.
Zelthar's close by, isn't he? No, wait, no, Zelthar's nowhere near. I guess I go and check out the shiny thing that, I presume that Jagun will just, point it out to other people, and I go and take a look at the shiny thing that Taran had found that was locked.
Oh
Minor
The
yes.
cabinet.
Cabinet. That's not, I mean,
Mhm.
it's fine. It's a-
Shiny thing.
Okay, yes, shiny
Shiny.
thing.
The brass handles on the cabinet.
Iron.
It's shiny.
Oh my god,
Alright.
Sparks is totally the person who would like break into like the electrical box and like cut off the copper wires to sell them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Just
100%.
It's like
He wouldn't sell them. He'd cut them off just to take them because they're
yeah,
shiny.
you like make like those old like paper Christmas like
Mhm.
things that you make.
Oh boy.
Garland. That's the word. Garland.
Alrighty. So one thing at a time. So as Kalis and Sparks momentarily swimming side by side till your paths diverge, and Kalis you find yourself going down into the hole below, and then Sparks you go onward to the section of ship where Terran is currently. Kalis first. So as you find yourself coming down into the hole, even with your dark vision, as you know, it's still pretty hard to make out too much vivid detail about these sort of things. But this hole seems to be pretty decently deep at this point, as you find yourself sort of coming down along the wall. And the actual hole itself goes down about 50 feet or so until it
So is the
opens.
angle of it like straight vertical?
It's not straight it's like at like a 45-degree angle or so going downwards.
Cool.
And then the hole kind of opens up into this sort of large, like cavernous room. You can't really see the entirety of it, but you can see at least where you are. And there is like a wall directly next to you. It seems to be like this sort of curved, like cave-like substance, and sort of at the very like bottom of this area, there is like this slight sort of like pulsing glow coming from the very bottom, maybe about. Actually, you would be able to see this because the cave itself is only about 50 feet. But these slightly like translucent, like pulsing egg-like objects.
Oh, we're in a nest.
And there's this sort of like almost like this glowing heartbeat in each of them. There's about 6 or 7 down here. And as you kind of take a moment to look at it, the eggs itself each appear to be maybe about 4.5 feet tall each. They seem to be pretty large, and there's a bundle of about a half dozen.
Ooh.
Wait, sorry, how many feet across?
Like in height, like they're about 4.5 feet tall. The eggs. They seem fairly significantly sized.
Oh, I don't like that.
Frog.
That's a no bueno situation.
So that's the only thing in this cavern, seemingly on the floor, at least.
Well, there's one minor thing,
Mm.
which I was about to get to. Is as you're sort of examining around, seeing as the sort of eggs are in this like small sort of like bundle, you come to the realization that you think you might have figured out where the bones of all the supposed crew members from these various ships have been. As just scattered all across this floor amongst the silt, it just seems to be dozens upon dozens upon dozens of piles of bones from various humanoid creatures, and some not so humanoid.
Don't tell chicken.
And sort of.
Oh,
No, it's one last thing. It's okay. It might not even be a bad thing, you know. But sort of tucked away in the middle of this small nest, and I see. Roll20 is not appearing on stream. I'll fix that in a second. Sorry, guys. Is this sort of how do you explain this? It's this what?
I was gonna do it plainly.
Do it plainly. You know what?
Yeah.
There's a
Use
big
a
ass stick, and it seems to have some sort of metal on it. In the middle of this section of eggs.
Explain it, less plainly.
I'm only doing as asked.
A stick, like an anchor?
No, I was being sarcastic. It's a sort of large, what's it called? This sort of large, rod, almost staff-like, object, kind of sticking out between, the eggs.
Oh, right. Oh, my fucking god. I'm so stupid. Why haven't I been... I cast Detect Magic. I have that. I just have that. I just have that.
And as soon as you do that, fucking boom! It's like you turn into a fucking, well, not a Christmas tree, because you're not turning multiple colors.
Oh no, I glow.
But whatever that is extremely. It's very enchanted, from what you can tell.
Almost like a artifact.
Okay, I'll swim towards the center of the cavern, looking out for things, and try and, wrest that up out of the ground. And try not to disturb the eggs.
You're gonna pull out the equivalent of Excalibur, aren't you?
I mean, no, it's even worse because the big mummy's flying around above, and you've just swam deeper into the egg cave.
She doesn't know.
She does.
So,
friends to all creatures.
We're good at D&D.
So as you bring yourself down towards this nest, oh,
Okay,
what the
I'll roll
fuck?
stealth too, if I can, if that even matters right now.
I was gonna have you roll sleight of hand for the staff, but you know what? If that suits your fancy,
Sure.
you can go for that too.
I'll do sleight of hand, like you said. So it's not like hard to pull it up out of the ground then.
No, it's more just trying to do it without disturbing anything. Damn, streams got all fucked up for
Okay,
a
so
second.
question.
What's
So
up?
do we play with inspiration? I don't remember, honestly.
We don't have inspiration.
I never remember to assign it at the very least.
We've never had inspiration, so I don't know where you're getting that from.
And I think he's like this regular, like the inspiration built into 5e, where the DM can assign an inspiration point and you can use it to get advantage on a given roll.
Yes,
Yeah, I know a
we don't
bard.
have it.
It's
here goes.
If you have it, fuck it, use it. I don't remember giving it out because I always forget to give
I
it
do
out.
not have it. Oh, that's a 6.
That's
no
why you
good.
have luck, or you send the wild magic sorcerer that is dexterous as fuck to do it.
Hey,
Or me.
I don't want to hear from the gem prior.
You know what? I hate this whole room. Don't even start.
Yeah, no, I hate this entire situation. What if you're gonna send a person to do a job? At least pick the right person.
You mean me?
Oh yeah, because you're so good at rogue things. Mm-hmm.
I am. You just don't know it because you've never seen it, so it makes me.
I
really
have seen you try and pick a lock, and I remember being better at it than you.
Kids,
I
not
can
right
swim
now.
faster than you. Shut
Guys,
up,
we're
finish.
good at D&D.
Alrighty, there we go.
Just grab it and run.
So, as you do so,
Oh my God.
you kind of slightly, what's it called? Pulling it upwards. Kind of as you swim, but unaware to you, as you find it buried into the sand. As you're pulling it up, you did not realize that this was not just a staff, as the tip of this was that of a spear. And as it comes up, there isn't much of a sound made, but just the sort of the feeling of like a quick slice as you look down and see the slight leakage coming out of one of the eggs that it was bundled with.
Oh no.
Oh, it's fine. It'll be fine. There's like 6 more.
So is the egg a creature-ish?
The egg gives no response to this. Why the fuck does the Discord keeps cutting out on stream?
So just like before anything, I want to immediately like tap the egg and just cast magic reserves on it, and just give it some temporary hit points because I assume it doesn't have any spell slots to regain.
I think you've killed it.
I just want to like. I'm hoping the temporary hit points can like help its shell or something.
Okay,
We'll bring it back to life. I think.
and
I think
that
it's
it's not dead. You've seen eggs before. Eggs can. It's not like it fucking blew up, but there was a bit of tiny bit of foreign liquid coming out of said egg, and as that happens, as you place your hands, what's it called, upon it, to give it this sort of magical essence, the rest of you standing outside feel this sort of electrical presence in the air.
Oh.
As these sort of sparks, you've heard of those. What's it called?
Oh,
Glowing
delete.
starts kind of flashing urgently above you, and you all see at this point almost like these sort of beacons appearing up above you. And
I want to hide.
you can make me a stealth check. Okay, none of you guys are close enough. But you guys see fully illuminated this large serpent-like creature with this pronged head sort of swivels and turns immediately, and you just see it dive into the hole where you just saw Kalis go into.
Oh no.
Yeah. So the first sign I get of that, ring of haste, and I book it out of there, swimming as fast as I can, or attempt to.
And it seems like you guys are gonna meet each other on the way out. Because you are... Yeah. Okay. So, let's start things off by rolling initiative.
Good idea.
What's that?
Oh, shit.
Did
That's
it?
a small token.
Okay.
So is there like a different map for the
I wasn't expecting the fight to start in the
What?
nest.
I had
Yeah.
advantage.
Right.
It only did it once for some reason. Oh, 22 is better anyways.
Actually, A-Rod would probably make it sturdier, give it more HP than a level 1 wizard. Sad to say, as a player of wizards. Alrighty.
I guess there's an action to cast, right?
Yes,
Oh,
but you get an
no.
action back immediately.
Right.
Chuck,
I
did you
still-
get a 16 or 17? Okay.
Oh, duh.
I
Roll.
still don't know how to add myself to initiative because I keep on forgetting.
You have to click your token.
Click it.
And then you roll the initiative button.
Oh, and oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
what
you
is it?
can't roll it through D&D Beyond. It doesn't
Oh.
work.
well,
That's
that's
just
what.
why you have a sheet.
It's okay. I don't use that roll 20 shit either. Let's see. Spark 16, Terran 22. Oh, your first one was 22. Okay. Kalis, you initially got a 13, Zelthar 10, and Jagun 17. And I'll roll for J. And for this fucker right here. So,
Oh, fuck. Is that like a spirits within monster?
no, it's actually, after seeing the one from Subnautica, I was heavily inspired when I realized you guys were coming down to the bottom of the ocean.
This is why you don't go into caves with eggs.
We're never gonna find out what's in that cabinet. We're gonna die.
Hey, I can
I
open
mean, that
that.
was happening concurrently to me being down there. So.
Oh yeah, technically you guys would have been getting into this cabinet as this happened.
Sure, I will cast knock. Just the eel fucking. I cast knock, and the eel just goes.
Oh,
Here's
actually, it definitely would have heard the knock as well if you did that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Oh god,
That's
and you're
strong.
underwater? Oh shit.
300 feet out. Anything,
So
everything.
really,
300 feet.
is it trying to eat what's killing its babies?
Yes, it would. It would be.
I think
it would
there's-
be drawn to the sound, but I'm still pretty sure it would have gone for you.
There's plenty to go around, I feel like.
Oh God.
Hey, there's probably more creatures inbound. It's fine.
Alrighty. And
Oh.
Zelthar, what did you do? Why did you fuck up your camera, bro?
I did.
Yeah. It's not your fault at all. I was fucking with you, and it
Oh,
worked
okay.
a little. I'm a little concerned how quickly you just accepted that, but there we
I
go.
mean, I'm not watching this stream.
I have successfully opened this cabinet, I think.
Oh yeah. The cabinet opens as soon as you press knock, and in it you find what seems to be a perfectly preserved, sort of ornate journal. You'd have had at least a moment to open it up, so I can give you that much. But it,
I would have chucked it straight in the bag of holding, seeing it was a book, with wet.
Yeah, in my
okay,
bag.
all right.
My bag.
No, I got you over
My
here.
spell. You can look at it later. It's fine. I'm not gonna
I
read
mean, you
it.
guys can make dexterity checks.
We should.
I'm just saying one person did get the higher initiative roll, but I'm just here for a good time. That's all.
Wow.
So.
Competition.
I'm probably not going to beat that.
Oh shit. It's at 15 plus.
Sparks has higher dexterity?
Mm-hmm.
How?
Is good
He's
stats.
cat.
Actually.
I'm a cat.
Huh.
And
Right, you're human.
Jay got a fucking terrible. Okay. So, as that happens, you all feel the rushing of water almost pull you in from from the distance you guys are at, as you see this trail of lights go flying into the hole below. Kalis. So, as you ever have that moment of awareness where you're kind of something in the back of your head, you just hear the voice of an old elderly ent just go, "Oh shit," and as you get that feeling,
Oh, you really got this one.
and as you get the feeling to turn on your heel and begin evacuating, it seems you did not get the jump on the initiative roll there.
Mm-hmm.
As you find yourself immediately being rammed by this absolutely massive creature. Snaking down into the hole, kind of turning for a moment, and then throwing itself right at you. It is going to make a ram attack. And because it has charge and has definitely moved at least 20 feet.
AC is 16.
Let's see. That is an 18 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And I need a strength save. Well, you can't be knocked prone in the water. Never mind. Wait, how does that even work? This is an underwater creature. Why can it knock people prone?
Because you can kind of get knocked off your feet and float, and you have to get your bearing again.
Yeah,
I
still
guess.
technically it's the same thing,
Sure, okay. That's what it says. I'll go with it.
It's being prone at, just multiple levels. It's like being whacked
Okay,
in the
yeah.
face and confused for a second. Which way is up, which way is down?
But yeah.
So if that works, does that mean I would be able to attack it when it enters my range, or no?
I'm trying to consider whether or not you'd be surprised. Which, I feel like, in one hand, you probably didn't see this coming, but on the other hand, you knew you fucked something up. So I want to give you the bit. Oh wait, no, you can't be surprised. You're a barbarian. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, you would get your attack of opportunity.
Cool. I'll just.
So I hope it hits.
I'll try and whack it off course, basically.
What,
Even though that's not how the mechanics work.
How big
That's
is
only
it
a
compared to?
13.
Its AC is
Ooh.
7. That is not enough to hit.
Ooh, unfortunate.
That is
Hmm.
unlucky. So it is going to get its ram attack off on you. That is going to be plus 2d8 because of the charge, and oh shit.
Give me big damage.
$27 points of bludgeoning damage as it launches itself at you, and you find yourself immediately being winded as it's sort of carrying you along with it, flying forward. And okay, it cannot make its bite attack right now, but if it could, it would. It is your turn.
Okay, so where am I in the center of the cavern, or where? Am
So at this point you're down below. You're not pushed against the wall, but you're sort of pushed off center. Um, the hole itself, considering you're at the bottom, is about 40 feet ahead, like almost directly above you. But you're currently kind of like pushed. You're like against the actual head of the creature itself.
Okay. So first thing we do is we haste. I'm gonna make sure I'm out of the eggs range when I more than 30 feet away from the eggs when I rage. So maybe I'll just like get on the top side of the eel or something.
You can definitely get out. You have enough. Yeah, I'll give that to you. Yeah, because you guys have been moved a bit. Probably moved about 15 feet past that point.
Yeah, so I have 80 feet of movement speed this turn because of haste. And let's see what happens with rage. Okay, so the creature, if it has a mind, I guess, it has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, wisdom. That's actually not terrible for it.
I think I can presume what it's about to be thinking. Eat, 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 kill.
A
It's
17.
15. It saves.
Oof.
What? Got the rage off.
Yeah, okay. So that doesn't do anything. Right. I think I have like I have like an action left and a higher AC from haste, so I'm just gonna try and quickly swim out of its range of attacks. So I'll provoke the attack of opportunity and try and escape.
Okay, it is going to try and bite then. As you do that.
Just have 18 now.
That is a 23 to hit.
Shit, yeah, that is. Well,
Yeah, let me zoom in a bit. He does not get the ram damage this turn because, well, or not ram charge because he was staying still. So, 8. Oh shit, I have to slash R. That is 14 points of piercing damage. After reduction.
Right. Right.
Did you get your full movement?
Down to 33. Which is not good. But yeah, so I move a total of 80 feet this turn. Where does that put me?
Shit, that puts you like, you'd be about 20 feet from the entrance of the hole because yeah, about 40 feet up to the actual. Yeah, you're just like at the precipice of the tunnel. You're almost out of it with that much, actually.
Yeah. So, what can I do as an action?
You've already used your action to do the haste.
He has a second action from haste.
Haste.
I thought you did that. I thought you dashed.
Oh yeah,
I did not. I have 80 feet of movement just
Wait.
because of haste.
Yeah, but you're underwater,
And-
so it's halved.
Oh no,
Oh,
that
yeah,
is
is
true.
it?
That is true. That is true. I just.
Yeah, well, I
You've
would
got
use my action to dash.
Do you have a thing of free action? I thought somebody did. Maybe it's another campaign.
No,
Okay.
it's not a thing I do.
We need sweet.
And I'll like, give a distressed roar as much as I can underwater.
Isn't like a moose yell or something like, or like a deer scream? Okay.
Yeah, just like a rage noise that
So,
I do
uh,
when bad things are happening.
so starting with that, everyone else is going to join the combat now, and we'll go to the top of initiative with Taryn. As you saw, at least from what you could briefly see from your perspective, massive trail of lights going down, Kalis coming up, and what seems to be is, you haven't heard him make that noise in a very long time, as he, in his hasted form, is swimming back up out of the hole.
I guess the hole itself is full of glow from that thing that went inside of it.
It's not like this like intense glowing. It was more like a trail of lights, but you can see the sort of pulsing because it's still at the bottom, but you can faintly see it. But it's looking like it's about to start getting brighter.
None of this is good. None of this is good. I don't know if there's anything that I can do right now. Let me see a second. Hmm.
Hey, Taryn,
Hmm.
would you like to be a giant shark?
I. Do you think it would help?
I mean, what weapons do you have to use underwater?
Pointy things.
You can use the
Yeah,
crossbow
most of them
underwater.
are gonna, I mean, you could use a crossbow, but a lot of them are going to probably be at disadvantage unless you're very close to it. However, shark has swim speed, so it's very fast, and it do the bitey thing, and you have a lot of extra health.
Oh god, I feel like I'm gonna regret this. Okay. I'm definitely gonna regret this with that one.
Yeah, cool. I will do that on my turn.
I will hold my action until I'm a shark, and then I'll hold my action until I see the thing come back up, and then I want to attack, I guess.
Okay, so if you hold an action, you can either move or attack. You can't do both. You can declare which one.
Reaction to do, yeah.
I'll just move toward it then when I see it. I'm just gonna hold my action to move toward it when I see it come back up again until after I'm a shark.
Okay. Alrighty. Juggin, as it rolls over to you, you being the closest in proximity to Kalis, and you see he's looking. He's he's an angry deer who looks a tad bit distressed.
Okay. I'm assuming this is difficult terrain for me, isn't it?
Yes, you'd be definitely moving at half speed.
Okay. So I'm probably just walk up here, like right by the caravans, and be like, "Kalis, you're okay." As I cast a healing word.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Sweet.
That's your bonus action.
Here's 6. And I guess let's do. I can't cast a spell. Let's do Toll the Dead onto that thing.
You currently cannot see it yet, so you'd have to hold that action. It has not come up yet.
Okay, wait. Can I use my action to move some more?
Oh yeah, you could dash.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do that. And I probably should have done that to begin with and just healed him the normal way. But it's okay.
I'm like floating a little bit down the tunnel, just like weapon at the ready, like looking back down.
Secret tunnel.
Alright. That's my turn.
Alrighty. So now I move over to Sparks,
Sparks.
as you have a plan hatching, it seems.
Sparks is going to reach out and cast good old polymorph on our dear rogue, and turn her into a giant shark, which is challenge rating 6, I believe. He's also going to recharge his tires of chaos at the same time. I would just check that a giant shark is in fact.
It's been so long since I got to bring up the wild magic table. I'm excited.
It's challenge 5. It's not challenge 6. Either way, it's a lot more health than having
Yeah,
health
he's been
normally.
here for a minute.
There you
Please
go.
give me a shark icon, please.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Shark.
Let's just see if I explode normally from casting it.
Actually, do I have a shark available?
I don't explode normally. I'm down 4 spell.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I got this at least.
That's a shark.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I was looking for like an actual token, but it seems that there's no one's ever uploaded a shark token, including myself.
How dare, guys?
Get
How dare.
good.
Alright, and
What are we at, boys? Oh, it's a different one. What a I'm surrounded by faint ethereal music for the next minute.
I mean,
are
it's
you
not
playing fucking
wrong.
Subnautica over here or some shit?
Like,
Already got the
like,
Ghost Leviathan.
Got the music. Giant shark is a huge creature, by the way.
Oh, what'd I make him? Wait, that's... Yeah, that's...
Which is 9 by... it's 3 by 3.
Yeah, he's 3x3. He just looks not 3x3, but he is.
Oh, okay, I see. Yes. And then... I can't see it yet, right?
No, not yet. Just give him a turn.
Okay, let's see if I got anything else. Casting range self. Okay. Yeah, sure, that'll do. You know, that'll do. Never mind. So it is.
Alright.
That might.
So, as you guys, what's it called? Kalis, you see, what's called looking down into this hole, this sort of crackling of lights and this sort of, what went from the sort of pulsing into this, like, bright glow as, this creature is beginning to throw itself at you once again. You get an opportunity to attack as it comes into your range, of course, because of your Polar Master.
Right, I need to roll con saves for those hits too.
That hits.
Oh,
That's big.
Oh.
Okay. 15 points of damage. So as I'm not do 152 points of damage. So as this creature finds itself coming up at you, and you seeing it, feeling more ready for it this time, you sort of position yourself in the water, and as it's swimming towards you, using its own force against it, sort of planting Gnarlheart into the sort of massive head of the creature, taking a second to... You're able to stay out of its reach, of course, because it does not have a 10-foot attack range, but it pushes you, along, about 10 feet closer to the surface before it kind of stuck out of your range, shakes its head.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so I would have just like swished and like, sort of swam to the left, like Fade Slash style. Just like sent its head and smacked it into the side of the tunnel.
I
Yeah.
am surprised that the eel doesn't have reach.
It's not exactly an eel per se. It's a little. Look,
Mhm.
don't worry about it. Don't overthink it.
Okay, well, all right. Whatever it is.
A-Rod, please don't challenge me. Let's see. Right, for right now, that's his turn. And
God.
Kalis, that brings it over to you. As you are uncomfortably close with this.
Believe that Taran had held her action until she was shown.
Oh,
to
yes,
me.
actually. You get your. How much movement does a shark have?
It was until I saw the creature.
Yeah, how much movement does you have as a shark?
50 feet.
I have 50 feet. Mhm.
Perfect, you can get right there. You should have control
I
of the
went-
shark.
Right up in its
Yeah.
fucking business. And I will bite it.
You can't move and attack on held action. You can move or attack. Yeah.
I will glare at it menacingly.
Well, there definitely does seem to be a bigger threat than the little barbarian. Alrighty. Zelthar, as you saw the lights ahead earlier and you thought, okay, it must be fine. No one's acting crazy. And then this happens. As you're peeking out from the rubble you were searching through. Oh wait, I just skipped fucking Caliph. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm stupid. I was like,
That's okay.
Something felt missing.
It's like a really long-winded turn. Question. I think I've maintained concentration on the detect magic. So do I sense anything that is not a bag of holding or something that my party members are normally wearing?
Once you rage, you would lose your detect magic, but you cannot concentrate while raging.
You're right. Yeah, that's a good point. I forgot about that. This thing's too big for me to do anything to. That's not just like hitting it. So I will shift.
You can make a really big friend.
I don't know how to do that, unfortunately.
Alrighty.
Get a little bit stronger. As I'm just like just vibrating with all these magical effects. I'd like to attack the creature, but only if I think I can find like a way to like not just like kill it. Because I don't really want to kill this thing. I just want to like give it a nap or something.
You can definitely attempt to do that, but it seems that he is not planning on sleeping anytime soon. You can go ahead and give me an attack roll if you'd like.
No, yeah, I don't imagine I'll knock him out. I
Yeah.
just don't want to like lethally wound him, essentially.
I mean, he's trying to kill you, and you did just try and did just.
Shh, don't sweat the details. You're...
This is my roleplay.
You wanted to probably the eggs of their mama.
There's difference between roleplay and sanity.
No, they're actually. It's a very.
Well, then I guess I'm just insane in the membrane. Okay, I'm just still gonna do what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, go for it.
In the brain.
I'll use reckless attack. If I can do that.
Yeah, that hits.
And one more.
That hits as well.
So I'll roll for each of those. Dealing 29 bludgeoning damage.
Alright, that's a pretty good sum right there. And as
And
you...
I'll just retreat out to the mouth of the cave. So I'm just like floating essentially. We're at the within the circle of it, preparing to like fend the thing back.
Alrighty. So. Yes, okay. My brain is mush. I'm sorry.
Same.
Oh, I forgot. That's what I was doing. I was doing basic math. I was wondering why I was trying to... I had those two numbers on my screen at the same time. Alright.
What numbers?
So, if that is into your turn as you find yourself swimming above the creature after dealing a fairly solid blow to it as you see it recoil for a moment, but it still seems to be feisty as ever. Zelthar, how you been?
I don't know what to do, but I'm gonna do something. Yeah, let's go with that. So I'm gonna use my dash as an action to swim right next to Juggo. I'm gonna say hi. What's up?
Hi, Zelter.
Hi. And then I'm gonna Hunter's Mark. I'm not sure if I can do a bonus action after a dash, but
Yes.
okay, cool. So I'm definitely gonna Hunter's Mark the eel-looking thing,
Alrighty, sounds good to me.
and that's it.
Alrighty. So with that, we move on to Jay. Dun dun dun. Oh, he's a bit of ways. Okay. So he's going to use some of his movement to get about right there, and he is going to hold his action. At least until it fully comes out. So, that back to the top initiative is we have Shark Terran. As you see, your quarry is starting to come out as he's peeking his way through the hole with yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. English is hard.
This thing is definitely bigger than me, isn't it?
Oh fuck yeah! Like you're pretty big, big shark, giant shark. Has a name for a reason, but this thing looks like your brunch, or looks like you are brunch, I should say. Maybe
Have a look in you.
maybe a Linner. Linner could be good too.
I wanna bite it.
Alrighty, go ahead and give me an attack roll. I believe because the creature's missing health points, you should get advantage on that. Should say something on there about that.
It has advantage on melee attack roll against creature that doesn't have all its hit points.
Yep.
Blood frenzy. Let's see if this works. And
Alright, so it still hits, because you had advantage, so you're good on that aspect.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll damage.
it just says to GM. I don't know if anyone else can see that or not.
Oh yeah, I saw it though. It's fine. It was a 27.
Okay, so then this is 3d10 plus 6. 29.
Holy shit. Okay, you had almost 3 max damage rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so as you do so, ramming yourself into the creature, tearing this sort of large chunk of flesh out as this creature bleeds into the water. And you hear it let out this almost ungodly roar that shakes the water and yourselves around it. And once again, you see, what's it called? How do I explain it? The lights on the tail of it, upon getting hit, sort of start lighting up, and they begin rushing. The lights rush forward and kind of start at the back end and come forward again and come forward again in this sort of loop that's getting quicker and quicker. Jungim, it's your turn. Oh, you stop moving if you want to do anything else or anything like that.
As a shark, do I smell how damaged this thing is? Because they have pretty sensitive noses to follow the blood trails in the water.
You definitely do sense that it is damaged because you just hit it for 30 points. But your shark brain is also telling you, oh, this is big. Like, because you do keep the mental stats of a shark as you turn into one.
That's true.
So you're like, you're hungry. You're hungry and it tasted pretty okay, but at the same time, you might taste good too. You're still not sure yet.
The intelligence of the shark is a 1.
Oh, well, it could. No, it can't be lower, actually.
It's a -5 modifier.
Oh boy. Is
Would
that
I
all for you?
even
Then?
or would I like see it as a shark and be like, nah, bro, I'm out of here.
You can tell friend from foe, even if your intelligence is that low. At least that's part of the description of the thing, I
And you
believe.
can also tell enemies from,
I know.
you can tell what you're attacking beforehand.
I know, but I'm just thinking like as a shark. I'm like with the shark, look at this and be like, I don't want to fuck with that, and then swim away. Nah, I'm
Alrighty.
angry.
Nah.
Jugun, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to move closer to Kalis, so I'm like within his 5-foot range,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to cure wounds, but at 4th level, onto him.
Alrighty.
I want to roll. Wow, that's some garbage.
That's
I
kind
don't
of
think it
sad.
rolled the higher level cast, did it?
It did. It rolled 48.
Oh, well, thank you. That's actually
Yeah,
very helpful. D3. Okay, I'm good. I'm not dying again.
I think that's all I really can do. Is there something else? Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So, this is terribly inconvenient, but it's okay because Sparks is about to go up. So, go for it as Jungum moves up, healing Kalis, preparing for whatever's about to happen next. Sparks, you have your
is
turn.
going to use 2 points to cast Firebolt as a bonus reaction.
Excuse me.
So we will get the Firebolt off. Pew! I'm going to use Tides of Chaos to reroll. Ooh, those are some bad rolls.
I didn't see the second one.
It was a 10 and 11.
Ah, that's not that's unfortunate.
And then as an action, he is going to cast Magic Missile at level... No. I mean... Can I cast it here? Yeah, he'll cast Fireball sort of here so he doesn't catch anyone else with it. And also recharge his Chaos. Tides of Chaos at the same time.
Okay. Let's see.
So,
Dexterity
we got-
save. What level is this fireball at?
It's just a level 3 Fireball.
Alright.
You haven't got spell slots for days. Alas.
Fireballs, unfortunately, I think fire in general is like half effective.
Yes.
Underwater.
Not magical, I don't believe.
There's some weird underwater rules
It's
somewhere.
just in general. What's it called? Creatures and objects fully submerged have resistance to fire damage.
Yeah. Anyway, it's not like all my spells are fire, so damage wise.
It is what it is. Work with what you got.
I ain't got anything else, and then the other one's a concentration, and that's currently shark.
She doesn't have to know. Just let her be surprised.
Yeah, that would be a big oof, is what that would be. Just sudden non. So for the actual casting of Fireball, no, and then for the recharge.
Alright.
Oh my god, could you give me something that isn't a 90, please? My size increases by 1 category for the next minute.
Okay.
I am large.
Alrighty, we'll see if that's to your
currently
benefit.
the second largest party member.
Just need that again. I can go huge sparks. You know what? I'll use my movement to move in. There we go.
Okay. So.
Cool. It's the end of my turn.
As what's it called? As you see the the ghost Leviathan kind of riled up at the bottom. You see the lights starting at the tail begin to go forward and forward more as you see this sort of sparks start to build up in the body of the creature. I need Jugun and Kalis to give me dexterity saving throws. As
Hey, I have
this,
advantage on these.
that's
Thank
very
you.
good. As these arcing bolts of lightning come jutting out of the mouth, what's it called, directly towards the two of you.
Got a 12.
15.
None of that sounds good.
Well, Kalis, you passed, barely. Just extremely barely. As you all take, how much damage is this?
Wait a minute.
I'll just assume I have no more temporary hit points. Just gonna throw that one out there.
No, I'm sorry to say, but you do not. That's at 5th. That'd be it.
I'm going to use 2 sorcery points to give 1d4 to what's it called, save.
Go ahead and roll the d4.
Mm-hmm. Will it help? No, it won't. I tried.
That fucking sucks.
Yep.
25 points of lightning damage to you, Jungum, and Kalis, you take half. So you take 12.
Hey, you know what? I still have temporary hit points.
Fucking bitch.
We
And
I'm so happy about that.
love you, Elijah.
well, that's okay. That's what bonus actions are for.
Okay.
And I need you get your opportunity attack. It's going to come flying at you again.
Please stop.
You're
Okay,
really
I think
fucking.
Oh wait, let me read Sentinel. I'm not sure if it works on huge boys.
Doesn't? I thought it did. I don't know, actually. I don't know much about anything now that I think about it.
No, it just says a creature. Huh.
Yeah.
You could stop a Tarask Sentinel.
Yeah, that's exactly what I just thought. That's
That's kind
That's-
of like when you get to like Monster Hunter size, it gets kind of silly. But you know,
building for Slugger, I guess. Alright, when a creature. Yeah. Sometimes that's how it be do. And as it sort of bangs its head against you, as you kind of maneuver yourself out of the way of this sort of like angry beast.
I was gonna hold Gnarlheart forward and like brace against the inside of its jaw and like, no, don't bite.
Yeah, if this was anybody else in their position or in your position, they would probably be in more than one piece. But you're managing to hold out for now. As it is your turn, as you find yourself, what's it called? Sort of not locked in with this creature, because you still have your little bit of distance, but a little bit too close for comfort as well. But still too close for comfort.
So question, does this
Oh, I forgot.
Does this, like, aft of a ship, I assume, does that look remotely, like, in a position where it can, like, be moved, or does it look, like, deeply dug into the ground?
It looks like it's been there a while, as the ground is kind of like, whatever, like, silt is kind of settled in around it at this point.
Okay. Well, I am a barbarian, so I guess I'll try and non-lethally attack it some more.
Alright, go for it.
I'll use reckless attack. 2.
That definitely hits. That does too.
So that's
And needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
yeah, it's 37 bludgeoning damage total.
Alrighty. Perfect, thank you. And Jay was going to cast blindness on it as it came up. So it needs to make a con save for that. If I can find the stat block. I have too many tabs open, it seems. Oh god, this is probably not going to pass. It somehow fails. Wow. And the creature is effectively blinded. As you see him, what's it called? You see, well, you don't see him because he's a little bit far back, but as these incantations leave his mouth and the sort of swirling, like, blackish energy leaves its arm, you find it's covering the entire thing's face like this sort of large bandage at this point. But alright.
I don't have Brynhild, so I'm not going to use that attack. But she can't breathe down here? Could I use a bonus action to activate, like, another rage effect?
I'm sorry, say it again?
Never mind. I'll just end my turn.
Okay.
Just move back next to Juggan and defend.
Alrighty, sounds good. So, with that, we will move over to Zelthar, as you have Hunters marked him last round. You can make an attack on him, but because you would be using... Unless you're using a crossbow, it would be a disadvantage.
No. I'm just gonna go here diagonally and cast Cure Wounds, 2nd level on Jugam.
Aww.
But like,
What is-
I try to make it look like I barely want to touch. Like, here, have some healing.
It's like reaching out with your toe a little bit.
And I need to roll for it.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
What level are you casting it at?
2nd.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be this plus 6.
Alright.
So it'd be 15.
What? Oh, thank you, Zelda. You're so nice.
Oh, just take the healing. And then I move right back.
Someone is grumpy.
Where did that even come from?
I love this new Zelda.
Alrighty.
I'm done.
Alrighty. Let's see. Jay's turn. Does he have anything impressive? Let's see.
Blinding it was pretty impressive.
Alright. He will be casting his... I believe it's 2 bolts for Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Plus...
Interesting.
So... It's 9 for the first... No, the first one misses. Second one definitely hits. Okay.
What is that? I've seen that, I think, one time before. Who cast that spell?
No one. Absolutely no one.
Can I do a history check to second?
It's an ancient magic, one you haven't seen in quite some time. Let's see. It says bolt of Eldritch energy goes flying into the face of the creature. Enough to make it a little bit more angry, not enough to do any serious bodily harm to it, though. And with that, move over to Taryn, as you are quite the shark.
I am gonna bite him again. Gonna bite again. And I get an advantage on this also. So 1 and 2. Want that next?
Alright, so 17 does hit.
26 actually.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I didn't see the second roll.
I can't see any of your rolls.
Yeah, it's sitting it right at the GM. I don't know why,
Meh.
but
Probably better for that, but okay.
yeah, because I'm using the D&D Beyond thing, but it's fine. So
Either way, it hits.
damage, yeah. 27 again.
Okay, you're a lot of fucking damage over there.
I should be a shark all the time. Jesus.
I mean,
Maybe
sure,
not-
sometimes are slightly.
Maybe not everywhere you want to be a shark.
I can turn it into a T-Rex next level.
Okay.
Alrighty. As you rip out another chunk of this creature, as Kalis is managing to fend it off, It seems to be turning its sights towards you. Alrighty. Is that all for you?
Yeah.
Alrighty, jug in.
All right. I like to cast spiritual weapon at the fourth of the levels.
You said 3 numbers? What did you even say?
Uh,
4th level. Okay.
Cats. Can you not hear me? Am I breaking up?
No. You weren't breaking up. I just don't think you spoke English for a second, but you're good.
Okay, I'm casting spiritual weapon at 4th level.
What the heck?
Ignore that. Ignore that.
All right.
I don't know what that
There's
was.
a
27
there's a
hits.
okay, and it takes 10 damage.
Alright,
As
as
a
you
slide comes up and hits it.
Oh, I assume all your weapons are shovels for some apparent reason. Can't figure out why. But as you do that, slicing through the already translucent body of this creature, and rending its soul, doing spooky shit that only Jungum does, and kind of makes everyone a bit unnerved. That's your bonus action? Anything else you'd like to do?
Yes. And then my normal action, I'm gonna hit it with a shovel.
Are you gonna get melee for the range?
Am I not in melee range of it?
It was 10 feet away. You were standing next to Kalis.
Oh.
It was outside of his attack range.
I like to get next, right up against it.
Yeah, she's next to it.
Okay.
That's what I thought. But 11 doesn't hit, does it?
No, it does not.
Okay, well, I swing and a miss.
That shovel just goes too slow through the water.
Are you staying in that position?
Okay, I won't be able to boop. You were too horny anymore. If you're right up next to him.
You still get opportunity attacks if it attacks her, technically.
Right, because I'm adjacent to her. Yeah, I just can't stop it from like getting into
I mean,
biting
I
range.
don't think you could have done that for much longer anyway.
When it get
I was gonna
opportunity attack,
say
it's
shark
blinded, isn't
anyway.
it? It can't attack me.
It's not blinded.
It's at blinded. It's just a disadvantage. Like it still can attack.
Okay, well.
Oh, you had advantage. It was a straight roll because you're underwater. Ignore me. Sorry.
Meh.
Fucking rules. This game's whack.
Yeah, you're the one who wanted the water level.
I did.
You wanted a beach episode. We didn't ask for this.
Yeah, that's what we asked for. We asked for a beach episode.
Hey, you guys can go to the beach after this. There's plenty of
That
beach to
or,
explore.
It's an underwater beach,
hot spring
right?
episode.
To be
Sit-
fair,
yeah.
I love underwater. Sparks doesn't, but I.
Onsen episode.
What about a swamp episode? That's
Yeah.
the thing, right?
I just had a swamp episode of my last campaign, you know. I'd have to give me some time for that one.
Yeah, I'll take a 5-foot step back.
Okay.
Right next to Kalis again. Me and him be buddies.
Mm,
Buddies!
honestly, due to the fact that you didn't even hit it, it probably wouldn't have even noticed that part. So.
I did hit it. With a scythe.
I'm talking about with the shovel.
Where's
Mhm.
my scythe, by the way?
You fucking piggy bitch. Okay. Use your scythe. Why don't you have a token for it ready?
Excuse me?
Hey, I could literally rise 4 skeletons right now, but I'm choosing not to.
Yeah, because that'd be
Just leave
inconvenient
the
for
spiritual
you.
Weapon, like, leave the spiritual weapon in the tunnel because, like, no matter where it goes out of the tunnel, it's so long, it'll always be in range if you just, like, hit its tail.
Alrighty.
Yay, scythe.
There we go.
Thank you.
Now with that, you roll over to Sparks.
Sparks will do what he should have done at the start of the fight, which is snap his Ring of Haste to activate it. He'll then use 2 more sorcery points as a bonus action to try and, he's gonna use his other ability, which is not fire. It's cold. We'll see if it's resistant to that. Probably is.
It's probably really cold.
Being
over here.
the bottom of the ocean, but I might do stuff.
Make it even colder.
17 does hit.
Oh,
Just hits.
oh, for 7 cold damage.
7 points of cold damage.
A little chillier.
And then he's going to use his hasted action to whip out his wand of fireballs and to hit the shark with it.
Immediately negate the cold.
Still works.
Wait, wasn't your first action the Ring of Haste, and your second action the cantrip? This is a third
Bonus
action.
action cantrip. Bonus action.
Oh,
use
okay. My bad.
cantrip.
I didn't hear
Third-
that. My bad. My bad.
Third, you can only use it as to attack normally. You can't use it as spells. So that or this is the object interaction.
Mm-hmm.
Not to be a
Which
total
is-
ass on this, you said you're using a wall and a fireball?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yes.
The one that was destroyed the last time you used it?
Was it? I can't remember. It's been a very long time since I played.
I don't remember
Oh.
either.
I don't remember it being destroyed.
Okay, never mind. I might be
I
crazy
think.
then.
I mean, I have in my notes that exploded when you killed Lady Wisterian.
That's fine then. I don't mind.
I don't know if you want to use the. I don't know if because that rule's kind
I
of annoying.
I
to be
hadn't
honest.
removed it from my sheet, so it's fair enough. I couldn't remember.
Oh yeah, if that's the case, then it went poof. You have to get another one next time you stop by.
That's fine. I could not
We'll
remember.
trade a
Not
few ancient Venetian statues for.
In that case, I won't use the fireball. I will. Sparks is gonna swim up to it, and he's gonna use a claw.
Oh, I thought you were gonna bring out the fucking bag of animals for a second. I just had a very.
Just throws one out, turns into an animal.
Oh no!
Yeah, that could have been problematic.
Can you imagine
Calus
finally
is like
coming to
this.
sentience? 14 does not hit.
I need Tide of Chaos to reroll. Oh no, still bad.
Yeah.
Oh well, there. That's the end of my turn.
Alrighty, and as the creature is sort of squirming around trying to find the source of damages, it's just had another huge chunk of flesh taken out of it, and is now unable to see, which it'd like to do quite a bit. I'm just going to turn in the direction where it last felt the giant shark bite and attempt to make an attack.
Does it even use vision?
Yes, it does.
Huh. I guess it has lights, so that will work. Is it trying to come out of the mouth of the tunnel?
I mean, technically, some of it is, but Taryn was already right next to it.
Oh, okay,
attacking.
I see.
I've been
So-
biting the shit out of it, so I'm right next to it. Yeah.
So you don't get rammed,
Hits.
and I cry a little bit. Wait, a 10 hits? It's a natural 1. It can't hit.
Oh, I was looking at the second one.
Oh,
Why did I roll 2?
because
Yeah,
it has
disadvantage.
disadvantage because it's blind.
Oh, disadvantage. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I was just looking at the second number.
Wait, when did it get blinded, or did I just?
Jay blinded it.
J.
Oh, right. Yeah, I missed that
Mhm.
totally.
And now that it didn't have to move, it's going
Did
to
you body?
try to bite, but that'll probably be just as unsuccessful.
I'll juke away from it. Oh no, that hits. 18
Okay.
hits.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let me.
Not so nice. I don't like that.
That's perfectly reasonable.
I don't
believe-
want to be the one doing the biting. I don't want to get bitten. Now I gotta do math. 126.
Roll 20 is being
minus-
very laggy today. It's taking forever to roll these dice. 30 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
As in retaliation, you see the head snap around and take a large bite out of your shark form, as your own blood is filling the water now, stirring up quite the frenzy. Damn, that's actually unlucky. Terrible rolls, but it's okay. Oh, and it needs to make a con save for blindness, I believe. So that is a +6. Don't fuck it up. 23. It is no longer blinded. And Kalis, it is your turn.
So question.
What's
This like, is that a mast or like a bowsprit? That like large beam of wood. How intact does it still look?
It seems to have been, like a lot of things, sort of petrified at the bottom here. It's a large piece of wood. It's not too much to note about it. It really depends on what all you were trying to do with it to figure out how sturdy it would actually be or hold up.
Well, this turn at least, I was just gonna try and see if I could like crack it off of the boat and like carry it.
Okay, well, you need to
With
get
a
over
lug
there
end.
first.
Yeah, I'd move like 40. What was 10, and then like
Yeah,
I'd
reduce
move to
movement.
like the base of it, so I could like.
Is that counting reduce move? I think so. Oh, yeah, you could dash. You have an extra action.
I've haste. I'm not dashing.
Yeah. All right, and you need one hell of a strength check
Okay.
or athletics check.
Raging.
So you do have advantage.
It's okay if it's just naked strength. Is it? I guess which one would it be?
I think athletics is fair to me.
Oh right, saving throw. Stupid. I'm dumb. Yeah. So I'll try and like just like. Just snap it off.
Okay.
I see.
This is Kayla you're talking about, so.
Okay.
I feel so sorry for this animal. I had no idea what the fuck happened. A deer fucking cut open one of its eggs a little bit, and now it just fucking tore off part of a shipwreck. It's about to beat the shit out of it with it.
Fingers.
So as you do it, hefting, bracing yourself amongst the remnants of the ship, and eventually you guys hear the sort of cracking, echoing throughout the water around you as you all turn to see Kalos kind of holding, like, in his arms, this massive, what's it called?
Mast?
Part of, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know what he's going to do with this, but it's gonna be something.
I'm like hugging onto it and like torpedo swimming back. But that's all I can do that turn, so my turn's over.
Alrighty.
You got it.
Zelthar. How are you gonna follow that up?
Oh, I feel so bad because like he freaking tore off a ship, and I'm just gonna like run up here and like stab him twice or attempt to.
You know, you do you. Stabbing's valid.
All right.
We're all pretty used to the water. It's okay.
Did I roll? Yes, I did. Did that hit?
A 19 does hit, yes.
Yay! I'll take it.
And you get your hunter's
And-
mark.
And I did that, yes. And then I'm gonna stab him again.
Nice.
Do you crit on the
Cool.
19? I don't think you do.
No.
That is a
I
reliable.
wish.
I'm stupid.
And then I'm just gonna swim right back next to him. And that's it.
Okay. So, as this massive creature is dealing with a shark, and it feels these sort of, what's it called, this flicking sound as there's this relatively small, to normal human, he's pretty big, but in the grand scope of this ocean, he is definitely not the predator in the situation. And as your knife flicks across his hide, and he turns and snaps his head towards you, and as you try and back away, it's going to take an opportunity attack. And it wants a bite of Zelthar.
Uh-oh.
It's not a disadvantage because he's no longer blinded.
No, not Zelthar.
Little did you know, Zelthar doesn't like to be touched. Oh well.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, it seems that he doesn't feel like asking. It's 37 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
Mm.
I'm gonna need a
Very-
calculator.
Be very happy Kalis has been the one getting hit.
Oh, okay.
As it's
Damn.
just this sort of small cloud of red appearing around Zelthar, only illuminated by the slight glows of this creature's eyes. As you see Jungha and Zelthar kind of pulling himself closer to you, but not actually touching you. As he looks fucked up. So,
Zelthar, what happened?
But like,
That's right. Help.
I'll help you.
alright.
I don't have to touch you.
Jay's gonna try an Eldritch Blast again.
gotta say it the cool way though.
Oh my fucking god. Jay is a tourist right now. Fuck this guy. As these two bolts of green eldritch energy go flying, what's it called? Past. We'll say for the sake of it, they hit him, but you see no harm done to the hide as a creature just almost completely indifferent to it. Alrighty. Taryn, big shark.
Yeah, I was not happy that this thing bit one of my compatriots, so I am going to retaliate by also biting it. One, maybe, and a two, maybe, please. 23.
Yep, 23 hits, definitely.
All right, and 22 points of damage
Alrighty.
from my teeps.
As you are ripping and tearing like Doomslayer into this gigantic sea creature. You guys... I would say probably not the shark. But those of you standing around this creature as blood's filling the water around you sense a sort of tonal shift.
No.
As the creature seems to be almost getting ready to either like flee or recoil, back down into this this hidey hole of it. And with that, we'll move over to Jungam.
Well, I'm gonna make 2 swings at it with my my scythe.
2?
Or sorry,
Yeah.
swing. Sorry, I don't know. I said
Alright.
2.
19
does a
hits?
19 hits. Alright. Does it do the thing? It does do the thing. 11 points of damage. And then I'm gonna use a second level cure wounds on Zelthar.
Alright, sounds good.
14.
Is that all for you
Thank
then?
you, Jacob.
I'm gonna actually move this way.
Alright, you can do that. And lastly, well, not lastly, but Sparks, you're up on initiative.
Because it sounds like it's about to run away. Sparks will cast a 3rd level magic missile at the creature, and he'll recharge his Tides of Chaos at the same time.
Alright, go for it. Go ahead and roll that damage.
3rd level. Oh, those some terrible rolls, is what that is.
Yeah, that's unfortunate right there.
I've been like that all night. Oh my god.
Jeez. So that's 13 points. That's like I could have done that with a fucking normal one. 13 points of force damage. Jesus. He does not explode from just casting that, but the recharge gives him a solid. Oh! He explodes
fuck.
for a minute.
That is actually.
Oh, this is the 3rd time this has happened.
Oh, this is. It's almost poetic.
It was a box without exploding.
If a cat explodes at the bottom of the ocean, no one's around to hear it.
So Sparks is going to. Oh, you know what? This is gonna go so incredibly wrong. But how big is this this hole that the eel looks like it might flee into?
At its widest point, probably about 40 feet. 40 feet wide.
Oh, 40 feet wide. Okay, never mind. I was going to say maybe I could turn into a creature and stop it from fucking... But nah. Never mind.
It's gonna run away. I think it's fine.
Now we need to kill it. Kill it. Sparks will he will go and stand in its path, and swipe at it with his bonus action. This is gonna go so well.
Tabletop Santa, thank you for the 100 bits. This can't go wrong in any way whatsoever. It does not hit.
Use my tides to reroll. Come on, I'm gonna hit one of these events.
No. I'm
large enough to be able to stop it.
You roll
Are
like
you
me.
using your actual claws as practicing?
Okay.
They're the size of daggers, and they can't even hit them.
Okay.
Proficient in them?
So, at this moment,
I
as you
am
oh,
just based on strength, not dex.
No.
yeah, you got to be a monk for that, buddy.
Yeah.
So,
man.
as this sort of red mist of battle has started to fill the water around you on the ocean floor, and you see this sort of sense of what's it called, fear in this creature as it's getting ready to retreat. But it's something quite strange because as it's sort of backing away, as it's moving, it doesn't seem to be looking at any of you all. It just seems to be looking back directly upwards into the sort of mass of darkness above you all. And
Oh, yay.
and the rest of you, whoever's in melee, will get an opportunity attack as it is getting the fuck out and fleeing to the bottom of its hole, of its nest.
You're gonna take a hit, Kalis?
Kalis is not within melee range. It's only you and Taryn.
Unless this thing has super duper reach.
Hey, he's holding part of a shipwreck. He's in range, right?
I can't even imagine how many layers of disadvantage you would need to make an attack of that.
You know, attack it with a dagger this time. See? That's how you hit things.
You
Nope.
didn't. You didn't. I'm sorry. Alrighty, and Taryn, you're welcome to take a bite if you want to.
No, I'm gonna let it go.
Okay.
Would you let it go though? Would you? Tasty, tasty.
You're right. The shark wouldn't let it go. Come on.
That's just nature.
And then 2? Maybe 2? Well, that probably hits.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
Go. You can go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. 20.
So
That's
20?
the lowest one yet.
Not enough to kill it,
Oh.
but
Oh,
it
my
is injured as it goes down deep into the hole. And as you guys are all standing there, as the creatures has fled with a sort of brief sense of victory, the water around you all starts to become ice cold, and that's where we'll pick off next session.
Just for a sense of continuity, what I was going to do, if I might, I was just going to carry the beam of the ship and just like wedge it into the sides of the hole so the thing couldn't like come out at us.
Okay. We'll definitely pick up on. If anything, you're better off typing in the chat now, so we'll see it when we log back in, because I'll forget it unless someone writes it down.
Put hole
But
in hole.
yeah. Thank you all for watching, everybody. I hope those of you stuck around enjoyed the show. We'll be posting this up on YouTube within the next day or so, or week, or month, or period of time that exists before now and the end of it. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and have a good night. And I'm gonna press the end stream button.